to get everyone caught up, today is episode 7 of Pride of the Nightwolf.
Yeah! Episode 7!
I can't believe it. We're a third
Lucky
of the
number.
way through.
Well, not quite. But,
More episode!
so...
I got your private message. You said the 7th episode is really special, and then you gave me a winky face. I don't know what that means, Arcadum, but I thought I would let everybody know. Like,
first of all...
You absolutely sent that.
I didn't, but there is a running gag that
Yeah.
episode 7 is when major lore drops happen.
It's not a gag if you make it true.
Well, to be clear, it does happen. Although not every time. Although it does happen enough that people consider it to be one of those things.
The holy
So-
number.
The sacred number. The
Oh
glory.
my God. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
The Gloria Numera.
It all connects to the number 23.
Oh, here we go.
Finally,
These are
we get to learn what the other tally chart is.
Oh yeah, that's right. My other tally chart. That's
Secret
right.
tally. Ooh.
My God.
I actually have to add one.
Well,
more, I forgot.
to get everybody nice and caught up to what happened last time, we resolved the battle for Okogi. The mist rolled in, and our heroes, using their wits, skills, and abilities, were able to evade most of the creatures of the mist, and to the one that stayed behind with the aid and sacrifice of 2 other NPCs, were able to take down the engorged one and save the village from utter annihilation. In the meantime, the bandits and the Eclipse forces, as far as you know, have retreated, and for the time being, no longer pose a threat in the immediacy to the village of Okogi. But as successful as you were, and with as much courage as you fought, and as well prepared as the villages could possibly be, unfortunately, there is a heavy toll to be paid for such a victory. In the dim light of the dawn, as it slowly crests across the sky, the villagers review their dead. Some third of the adult population were lost last night. The intense fighting and the horrible revelation of the mist saw many others fall, not just guards, but some heroes from foreign lands. Today's episode will be focused around the aftermath of this place. As there are
They massacred my boy.
many bodies that you have yet to search, and many secrets that you have yet to discover, from the bandits' attack all the way up to what possibly happened. So, let's start things off. As the morning comes, the Nightwolf is currently being tended to by the chief of the village. And let's go ahead and just pick right up where we left off. The creature is defeated, and for now, the village is safe.
What happens to the body of the engorged one?
The body of the
Just
engorged
sorta-
one does not dissipate,
Oh.
although it is slowly.
Oh, okay, so he's like sizzling.
He's sizzling, burning in the sun as it slowly begins to rise.
Okay. Can we get some ambience, my lord?
I'm working on it right now.
The moral dilemma: go towards the Nightwolf or go towards the loot.
Yes.
What would Hex do? That is the question now. That's the real question.
Not much of a dilemma.
I want to go check on the
Scale's a
Nightwolf.
little bit rigged.
Not gonna lie, my given a shit scale pretty small when it comes to this guy. Pretty
The
big.
Nightwolf might be there later. The loot.
Might be
dissipating
taken.
in
Somebody
the
can take
sun.
it at any time. Anybody can just take
exactly. I
Anybody
turn my
can
back.
take it, even me.
It's gone.
it. I could take it, and I can't trust me. Oh man, have you met me, bro?
I better change skin after I take it.
Yeah, that way I can't
So-
find myself.
So the first thing I would want to do at the beginning of the day, once we've completed our full rest, is spend 25 gold pieces to prepare the spell Ceremony. What this allows me to do, with a casting time of 1 hour, I would like to go to the body of our fallen ally, Richard, and after an hour of casting this, use a funeral rite on Richard's body. So for the next 7 days, the target cannot become undead by any means short of a wish spell, so that a proper burial can be dealt with. While Rin doesn't necessarily believe in a body's worth in the afterlife, he understands that this warrior came from a faraway land and may prefer to either have a ceremony or be taken care of naturally. And so with this funeral rite will allow me to do that for him.
All right.
Yeah.
So in that case, for the next hour, Ren will be preparing the proper dogmatic rituals of the West to try and give an all-encompassing, sort of versatile ceremony to ensure that Richard's corpse is not molested in any way by any magics that may be known or unknown. For that hour, what do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna check on the Nightwolf.
So, do we get a long rest?
Not quite yet. Basically,
This is right after the battle.
Your long rest will be you caring for the village and recovering from the fight and dealing with damage.
Okay.
So
I can't summon back Hero then. I'm gonna take 10 minutes and bring Hato back then.
okay,
I'm gonna check on the
Hato's back.
Nightwolf.
all right.
I'm gonna be watching without my notebook out. I'm gonna just be watching what Rin is doing pretty closely.
Well, as you approach the Nightwolf, you can see that his body is not much better off than Richard's. You can see that his dominant arm is crushed in several places. His leg is bent the wrong way, and he has trouble breathing, as no doubt some of his ribs were broken. His armor
Ouch.
cracked and in shambles. But despite it, the Nightwolf draws breath still, and through pain, he looks upon the villagers, and there is a hint of pride in his eyes.
You're probably gonna want this sword back. Yeah?
Nice, Thunder. Real classy.
Wow.
It is
Smooth,
my sword.
like a
yes.
mountaintop.
I'm just gonna put that right next to you, buddy. Right? You know, you just feel better, champ.
Great RP. Loving it. I'm at the edge of my seat here.
It's a very good sword. It's a very good sword. You need to show me how to do that weird radiant fire thing.
Good sword. Me like sword. Your sword now.
The Nightwolf will blink away the embarrassing way that you've just acted, Sunder, and chalk it up to youthful vigor, and perhaps you're just happy to be alive. The Nightwolf will lean back against the wood, and he will say, teaching, training. Here's another lesson. Learn when to rest.
You know what? Message received. I think we have definitely earned some respite. I'm gonna go check on the villagers. I'm gonna go walk over near Hex.
Anyway, mate. I'm looting the big guy and like searching anything before it burns away.
Help.
And speaking of rest, while Rin is doing the last rites to Richard's body, Haruko will carry the body of the young man over aside as well. Not requesting anything, but just laying him beside in no ritualistic way, just like. And turns to the villagers, just anyone who's nearby, and ask, are there any sacred grounds where we may bury these two? With your permission, of course.
The chief will speak and say, "We have a cemetery. We have places, yes. For now, we should gather the dead and try to save those that have not yet stepped over the door." Yeah. Wait, I'll see what I can find.
I will assist, and I don't know, help him look for bodies as well, I guess.
All right, we got
Shit.
Haruko's on corpse patrol. Got it. What about the rest of you? You two are looties. You're
Yeah,
you're
Hex is
performing a
gonna say,
ceremony. You're on corpse patrol. What are you doing, Tori?
Want it?
Monty.
Oh,
Hello?
There
Hello.
you go.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Settings, and I guess I was actually talking the whole time. But
Oh
no one,
no.
I was like, oh, it's okay. They probably just want to focus on the scene. I'm like, it's fine. So it's okay. What I was gonna say is I wanted to look towards Rin, and I'm watching Rin very closely. Like, no notebook out. I'm just watching what Rin is doing and just kind of overseeing the whole thing. Kind of expressionless.
Say again, Tori. Sorry.
Oh, did you still not hear me?
Yeah, Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, okay. I said I actually have my book away, and I'm actually watching what Rin is doing extremely closely with kind of a... I mean, obviously I'm wearing a mask, but like a blank expression, just kind of staring and watching what's happening with no real urgency, I guess.
Okay.
On occasion, I take glances towards the Nightwolf, just kind of a quick, slow turn of the head, and then I turn back to watch what Rin's doing every now and again.
Rin has this sort of it's just silent the entire time, a very solemn face. You can tell he's holding back tears currently, because he feels he has a ritual that needs to be completed, and the time for he can mourn properly, with emotion after all that is said and done with it. But he is taking his duty very seriously, as he'll take some dust from the earth and combine it together with the silver powder he keeps at his side. You can tell that this is something that he does it without referencing books or knowledge or anything like that. Something that he's done far too often in his lifetime.
It is at this point that you hear Lemon Drop call out, "Oi!
yes.
Something's here."
What is it? More bandits?
Worse. Family.
I peer out over the bridge.
All right, as you peer out over the bridge, you can see that a lone Eclipse soldier is approaching across the bridge.
I just whistle on over to my allies. It's real, but like just giving them like a gesture of caution with my hand without really saying anything.
Bren's gonna look up and look across the bridge, and his eyes will widen a little bit, recognizing. It's fair to say we recognize this individual from the camp. Is that correct?
Yep.
Would you say? Yeah. All right. So he looks up, and there is like a brief moment of like surprise in Rin's eyes, but with a funeral rite and a ritual, he would need to like physically be forced to stop, as it is a. Like I said, I think for Rin, he doesn't really care too much about what happens to the body afterwards or his body, but he will respect the fact that his allies might care, so he wants to make sure that they are given the appropriate focus before he resumes. So, trusting with his allies, he'll look up, have a kind of like a wide-eyed expression, and then just remain resolute, looking back down to Richard, and continuing the right.
I'll walk up here and I'll look at these two villagers. I'll say, you guys might want to get off the barricade.
The lorekeeper will say, well, I didn't want to leave her like that. And you will see that there is a corpse impaled on the fence line here. She will move forward and try to like move the corpse, and then you recognize the corpse, Sunder.
Oh.
Oh,
Shit.
No!
Hello?
We can hear you, Tori.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Monty.
Everything crashed, so I'm very sorry.
Did you see the corpse, Monty?
Oh shit!
It's the hoe-ass lady. She was impaled on the barricade.
Rest in peace, Booba.
God, we didn't even see she was there.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, in that case, this happens. All right. A heavy wind begins to blow as Lemon Drop awaits the approach of the lone Eclipse soldier. Oi, wait, you got a lot of nerve coming here. When will you learn, brother, that this path is wrong? Why? Why do you cling to these people? Why do you not join our family? You come here to lecture me? After all the things that you've done? The things that we've done? Or did you forget what Father did? Father did what he had to. And you know that. You know that more than I. I come as a messenger of peace. Oh? For who? The Eclipse? Or yourself? I wonder which of you I'm talking to. My brother? Or a servant of the Pale Emperor? Those two things are not separate, brother. They do not have to be. Then you're more blind than you know. Fine then, messenger. Deliver it to me. I have come to seek your surrender. Surrender? Hi, wait. Have you not been paying attention? You lost! Your bandits scattered. Their blood and the blood of these innocent people line the wooden floors. The tatami mats are crimson with their crimes. The mist itself dispelled by the sun's light and by the heroism of those that stand beside me. Do you really believe that we're going to surrender now? Why? Brother, you do not understand. Something far worse is coming. What your friends have done has caused a desperate act. Well, from what I have heard, they killed your leader. So your bluff has no weight. No, brother. They only killed a lieutenant. The captain is angered by this, and he is far less forgiving. So you come to warn us, hmm? Yes, to warn you all. Please surrender. The captain, he is fond of me. I have his ear. I convinced him that I could convince you to give in to reason and stop this madness. Madness, look around you! These people are dead! For what reason? Why are they dead? Because of your master's ambition? Because of some unforeseen evil that you claim to see? You tried to take this village. We tried to stop this village destruction by destroying it? You do not understand. There is more in operation here than you can see. You refuse to see because you will not listen. I think I've done my share of listening today. I do not speak for this village, but I can tell you this. Send whatever it is that you've got. I'll fight you till my last breath. You disgrace the fruit flies, lime drop, or whatever the hell you've become. Tell the chief there's a messenger for him. Alright, Sunder, what do you do?
Ooh, as Lemon Drop walks back, I'll just sort of just pat a hand on his shoulder. And then I'll sort of turn back here. Seems like things are gonna get worse for us, Haruko.
Yes, it seems so, but for now, perhaps we should concern ourselves with the task at hand. That bridge we have yet to cross. We must focus. Are there any more? How many? I guess it's gonna be a process, right? I was gonna ask how many more bodies are there.
Yeah, there's a lot all strewn about.
I mean, you gotta scour the village, you gotta pull people from the rubble, lots of stuff that has to be done. Fish them out of the water and the wells and places, because you don't want corpses to taint the water supply or the food and things like that.
The only rites that are going to be done in this ritual will be to Richard and the two lieutenants, just because I don't think for Richard, Rin is doing that as Richard was his friend, but for the other two enemy lieutenants, he's doing that because he does not want them coming back in any sort of form of undead. He wants his enemies to stay dead, essentially.
Okay. I mean, if you only want to do if you feel it's more pertinent to only do Richard, that's fine.
I think for Richard it is the respect. It's a sign of respect to a friend. For the two lieutenants who showed great power in the battlefield, it is an insurance policy to ensure that they do not return as like lich.
I wasn't questioning. I was just saying, like, whatever you feel is most in character, by all means.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's also because he can't. It's a very special. Like, he can give like a general like funeral for those that have fallen. But what Rin's doing right now actually has like a magical effect that costs material components. So this is already going to be like 75 gold to handle that.
That's expensive.
Are there any like carrion birds anywhere, like ravens, crows?
Oh yeah,
vultures.
Plenty of ravens.
Okay. I'm gonna look up and just look at them, and I turn to Rin and go, I don't get it, Rin. Why don't you let them do it? And I point up to like a couple of crows, maybe.
He looks up.
I mean, if it were me or any of my kin, probably even if it were you, you understand. Circle of life. we give what we leave behind. If it were anyone else, maybe. But this man comes from a faraway land. I want to make sure that they get the respectful funeral that they so wish. I suppose
He just kind of looks down a little bit.
I just wish I got to know him long enough to really understand what he would have wanted.
He'll look back up to Tori.
Perhaps we should be having this conversation sooner rather than later. I would like to know what you would want me to do in case you perished before my time.
Not this. And I just look towards this weird ceremony. I go, this is all so unnecessary, in my opinion. You're supposed to just leave me under a tree, right? That's how it works.
He looks up to you with a smile and says,
For you, I would absolutely make sure to leave you under that tree.
For anyone, right?
Haruko
Right?
will hop off of the debris a little bit, just like walking towards, and it is because we are not them, Tori. We are not animals, and we are certainly not the bandits.
But we are. We're not bandits, but we are animals. All of us.
Rin just sighs a little bit.
It doesn't matter what my opinion is of what you should do with a body, but with the abilities that I have and the blessings that I've been given, I cannot make that say for other people if they wish so otherwise. I do this out of overprotection in case Richard wanted it this way. But I would respect any of your final wishes. If you wish to be left under a tree, Tori, I would do that. And you, Haruko, if you wanted something more ritualistic, something more oriented in ceremony, I would do that for you too.
Haruko narrows his eyes a little bit, but not for these lieutenants.
He sighs a little bit. He's like,
These aren't my friends. These are enemies on the battlefield. I care less for them than I do for my friends and my family.
Haruko
They aren't my kin.
Haruko pulls his mask off and starts to stomp forwards, and he points down at the kid. This one was a child. A foolish, easily manipulated child.
You know this one? You knew this one personally, Haruko? You knew this as a child who didn't know better? I don't know this man. I don't know what he's capable of. Perhaps you're a bit more welcoming and warming to strangers. But to me, he intended to cause us harm, intended to cause this village harm. I'm sorry you had to see him die in front of you. But we're in a war, my friend. And we need to leave those feelings behind.
and he keeps a. It's not an angry face. I just want to point that out. It's just a stern, honest face as someone who looks at Haruko as like kinsman and family, would never want to sully words with them.
Haruko is angry though.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just like kneels down real close. He was a boy, not a man. He could have not had a choice in his life. He could have been forced. He could have been desperate. And then Haruko looks down and then shaky-legged. He could have been me.
He could have. But that's the difference, Haruko. When I do not know the mettle of an individual, I don't theorize or speculate what they could have been. I judge them on their actions. And this boy, whatever tragic past he may have had, I judge him on what he's done, the sins that he's created. I don't care how old he is. He's old enough to know. between the difference between right and wrong. And if
Well,
he's
it kinda-
decided to turn a blade on us, then he's our enemy. That's all I need to know. But you, Haruko, I've gotten to share words with you. I've gotten to see you in battle. I've seen your actions. Yes, you could have been him, but I know that you're not. And I'm sorry this upsets you. I really am. I respect you very much. I look at you as kin.
I'm gonna step
What?
over here between them. I'm gonna say,
But, and even if you step, he just continues to look over to Haruko.
I do what I must. And if that upsets you or harms our relationship, I am sorry.
And continues on with his business.
He's going to lean down and pick up the kid, kind of under the legs, under the head, lift him. Let's find a tree. We're going to bury him like normal. Let's just get on with it.
Haruko nods, keeping his eyes on
Good.
Rin and shaking his head, and will pick up the woman and follow with Hex.
Rin's gonna continue his ritual with Richard.
I'm gonna stay behind with Rin, and I'll say, the fact that us and them fell on opposite sides, it doesn't change the fact that they fought for what they thought was right, and they fought with honor. We should respect them for that. But what do I know? I'm just another one of those foolish samurai you hate so much. I'll slap him on the shoulder and I'll walk over this way. Chieftain, there's a messenger for you.
A smile will fall over Rin's face as he continues his ritual.
The chieftain will approach the messenger, and the blacksmith will go with him.
I don't get it.
Haruko walks. You can tell he's frustrated. Though I envy the old man's confidence. I wish I could share it.
Rin's fought many a battle in his time.
Then he
cares
should
not
know
for
better
it.
than most that sometimes you often fall to sin, even if you do not mean to.
I don't doubt that he knows the warrior's doctrine, but I doubt he respects it. You heard about what the samurai did to his son.
Yeah.
I did.
He told us
only
before
wish-
we-
You go first.
It's unfortunate, but understandable why he would not care for honoring his opponents.
And that is his path to walk.
Not burying them would be not honoring them?
This
get it.
is... Haruko looks to Tori.
Tori's like head is like cocked really far and it like looks genuinely confused.
Perhaps Rin and you all have the self-assurance that you are not the same as the enemy.
That doesn't matter. That's no, that doesn't make sense. It's not
I do not say you are the same as the enemy.
No, that's not what I mean about this honor or business. It's if you care about someone, you're supposed to do more.
Yes.
Perhaps sometimes, yes.
You watch as she brings kind of a knuckle to her mouth and just goes into deep thought for a long time.
But more
Honestly.
so, this is less for them. And you can see kind of like his anger, his expression of anger turns to shame. This is more for me. I envy Rin's self-confidence in his virtue. But sometimes I question if I am on the side that is not willing to show respect to a fallen who may very well be unwittingly used as a tool, then I am concerned how that side can be so easily cruel to its victims. You
said
need
saw
not
some of
understand it if you
yourself in the
cannot.
boy.
I merely ask that you assist me with it. If just for me, if not for them.
You said to Rin that you saw yourself in the boy. What does that mean?
Growing up, I had no one. Only myself. I'm sure if given the opportunity to join with a stronger force, I may have, even with these bandits. As I said, oftentimes we do not know when we sin. I'm sure that old man has perhaps sinned more than this boy's entire life. Yet he is redeemable, and I believe this so. I only wish he were not so blind as to see that as well.
You're right. I was far more of a bastard than this kid was. I probably did a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
He didn't get a chance. What do you mean, yeah?
We've all made mistakes, I'm sure.
Look, at the end of the day, the kid didn't get a chance to redeem himself. That's just a kid. Let's just bury him. Work out what we do next. And to you,
Right.
Tori, to give you a bit of an idea. Burial rites aren't about the person. I mean, at the end of the day, how are they going to know what happens to their body? It's about those you leave behind.
You can see Haruko clench his fist a little bit. I took that chance from him.
You didn't. The people who conscripted into this bullshit, they took the chance from him. If anything, you just gave him a more forgiving path.
The best thing we can do is pray that their spirits find their way.
Bollocks to that. Best we could do is fucking punish them for doing it to the kid.
We dig, right, in the ground? No leaving?
6
Yes.
foot down.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
get
start.
shovels.
What's a shovel?
Oh, sorry.
What?
Surely you know what a shovel is. You have a whole notebook full of animal facts.
I don't study shovels, I study animals.
Okay, a shovel is a tool you use to dig holes in the ground.
Oh, like the claws of a mole? Are they like gloves?
No, it's like a wooden handle with a metal sort of like...
Hex returns with a shovel.
Oh, like a pickaxe.
Yes, but...
Like this.
Kind of?
Oh, okay. Yes, I've seen those before, actually.
It's a
yeah,
ground
that's
spoon.
a shovel.
It's just a very ambitious spoon.
That's...
Well, you can have the first dig then. Give it a go.
That's
Okay.
probably the first time you've surprised me by not knowing something.
I'm going to attempt to shovel.
All right. Tori starts smacking the ground with the shovel.
2.
It is
Tink,
not.
tink.
It is not clear to her how it's supposed to work. In fact, she seems to do very little digging at all.
I'm gonna help Tori.
All right. While this cavalcade of cartoon comedy digs a hole for the corpses, let's see.
I also rolled a 2.
All right. Sunder tries to help, and he also can't figure it out. Sweet Jesus. These are our heroes.
If I mumble something under my breath, can I like see if Sunder can hear what I say
Ooh.
with like a perception check?
Sure, that's up to you.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Digs hole with claws.
I perceive. Tell me your secrets.
As we're kind of digging, you'll hear Tori say, "Maybe it's best I kept Hayden above the ground." And as I just kind of keep trying to help.
Ooh, who dat is?
I will make a mental note of that. So I have the Telltale Games pop up. Sunder will remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Sunder, remember?
My favorite moment in that game series is when you get wasted with Grendel, and it says Grendel will not remember this.
Grendel will not
The
remember.
Beowulf
That's
creature?
that's
so fucking great.
that was my favorite moment in that entire game series. Was you get hammered with this guy, and normally it always says this character will remember this, but at the top it says this character will not remember this, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing I had ever seen because he got wasted.
Shout out to Glass him, the most legendary option in any pick and choose game.
Glass
ever.
him.
Anyway. But yeah, just to reiterate, in case anyone missed it, Tori said maybe it was best that I didn't bury Hayden, or I didn't dig for Hayden.
Oh, only Thunder heard that.
Only
Yeah,
Sunder heard
because I
that.
was helping you with the shovel.
All right, and so
While you two are digging,
Clap it,
yeah, while you two are digging, Haruko is saying a few prayers of his own, different from Rin and non-magical.
Different from Rin, that shitty kobold.
Yep. Shit.
and
That
The little
crappy
rat.
old bastard.
The Virgin
I
Rin
would
prayer
never.
versus
I would
versus the
never do
Chad
any
Haruko
prayers.
prayer.
I would never do any magically imbued prayers. Ugh.
Funny prayers better than rat prayers, dude.
Comes
Alright.
from the soul. All this artificial magic,
I hear he
man.
loves the moon.
for serendipity's sake, it takes you about an hour to do that.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh my god, so convenient.
All right. And we'll go ahead and turn everybody back up here.
Rin will have just finished the ritual rite. Look, I
Like,
almost
clasp on the back to kind of like a reassurance.
I almost wanted to be like, Haruko, could you go ahead and bury this? But I don't think Rin's gonna.
Yo, is this guy still here? Like, could dissolve already, bro.
Grab a fan and start just fanning him so that he disappears faster.
Eventually, the engorged one does fade as the sun rises into the sky.
While on the way back, I'll say, like, while we're walking back, Haruko would say to the allies, "Thank you. All your words are kind. The whale must still breach for air, even if already knows it is not a fish."
And you're the whale.
It's
What do you mean?
not.
A whale is a
Wait,
fish.
are you the air?
No.
Wait,
whales
are
are
we
not.
the air?
If it's in water, it's a fish.
No,
Are we
it's not.
in the whale? I heard a
dolphins?
story about people who got trapped inside a whale.
That's ridiculous and completely false.
What the fuck's a dolphin?
Don't you? I just like everything goes like grayscale and really dramatic lighting, and Tori just looks at the ground and goes, "Don't ask about dolphins."
Oh shit.
Um,
Okay, I
The
wanna
four
ask about
elements,
dolphins.
like man alone, are weak, but together they
After-
form the strong fifth element, boron.
After
Dolphins,
Rin
uh,
finished,
Dolphins are fucked up. They're fucked up,
Ap-
man.
they are fucked up. After Rin
Yeah,
finishes
really
his
fucked up.
ritual, after Rin finishes his ritual, he'll feel Hex kind of like place a hand on his back, and he'll turn over to Hex and give him a smile, and just say under his breath, "All done."
You did good, mate. You'd
As you
appreciate
do.
it.
Thank you, Hex. Just give a nod.
I went to sleep really badly.
Yes.
Last night was all kinds of fucked up.
Rin,
I'm gonna
This-
go check on the chieftain real quick before we turn in.
I think Rin would audibly give a sigh at that point and just say, "I don't think we have time for sleep. We need all the able people we can in this village to."
Nah, Nightwolf said we could sleep. He told me. He said the lesson is learning when to rest.
He looks over to you and he's like,
The Nightwolf said that. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Mate,
I'm an insight. Fucking.
He said it was a very important lesson. He said, Sunder, it's past your bedtime. You need to
Hey.
go bed.
Hey, Arcadum, how much bullshit is Rin smelling right now?
You do not believe that he is lying, although he is certainly overselling it.
Rin kind of like raises an eyebrow to Sunder and just lets out an audible sigh. And he's like,
All right then, but what of the bodies in the lake? What if... Who's going to take care of that? Do we have someone handling that?
We
They'll
need to
be here
help
when we
these.
wake up.
Haruko will.
Shusha will handle
step-
that. Shusha will swim real good.
And I will
Big fish.
assist in the search party.
Thank you.
I am not worse for wear from the battle.
At
I can
this
handle
point-
a few more hours.
You all notice that the chief is talking to an eclipse soldier.
Yeah, still, it's been an hour.
Wow.
And Opa's there. I love Opa.
Chief, don't believe a word that comes out his mouth.
The chief will hold up a hand, and then he will kind of move over. Apologies. Could you gather yourselves?
We're
believe-
gathered.
I believe it pertains
Yes,
to
we
you.
can gather before we venture forth.
It seems this message is not just for me, but for you as well.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Out of character. Love letter. No.
Mm,
A letter for moi?
He never saw. I don't think he ever saw. Well, I wouldn't know if he ever saw us at the campment. So I almost walked. Was like,
Hey, sorry, tried to hold person. You would be like, what?
Sorry,
That
I
was
tried
you?
to drown you by constricting your
Whole
movement.
person in a glass of water.
That's still so fucking great.
Sorry, I thought about murdering you once a while ago.
I'm still thinking
I mean, I got pretty deep in the planning process. I bought tools.
I mean, I thought about it.
Just get into a
I
class.
paid off people.
Thought about it a lot.
Oh my god.
Can I just I don't know if I need to make a roll or anything. What is the general like status of this guy? Like, does he look like he got fucked up by like the mist and shit? Like, considering that
He is.
arrived
He
here?
is. You notice that he has been patched recently from a wound received on his back, but other than that,
Okay.
no.
Oh shit, sounds like he fought someone who was really cool.
Wasn't us. That's how you know.
Well, I didn't do it, so obviously it wasn't that cool.
sorry.
Oh my
That's
God.
bullshit. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's your message?
My message to the chief was that he should consider surrendering. My message to you is, he'll kind of look around, a private affair.
Huh.
What was your message to Opa?
He did not have a message for me. I was just here to make sure that the chief wasn't harmed.
I'm so sorry, Opa. I'll get you a message.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
Ren looks to Sunder and is just like, "You okay, man? You're being a little wacky today."
I'm gonna as I pass by Opa, I'm gonna give him a thumbs up and go, "Here's a message. Your horns look excellent today." And I'm just gonna
Oh,
keep walking
thank
back
you.
for my companions.
A little weird. But as he kind of moves up,
Poor Opa, dude.
disconcerting. Anyway, as you move up towards him, Lime Drop will see that the chief will kind of beckon a little further away.
This isn't like a trap, is it?
As I'm like walking forward.
Well, if it is a trap, we already have him surrounded pretty much.
Yeah, he's outnumbered. As long as we
Kind
stay
of
on
a
the
shitty
bridge.
trap, to be honest, Lime
Guys,
Drop.
he's just delivering a message.
Yes, I know.
Hey,
Kappa's
did you guys
up-
know there's a fucking Leviathan around here?
Look, I know my brother will not understand, but perhaps I could convince you. I have given the offer of surrender to the chieftain for Okogi, but I do not believe that he will accept, as my brother's words are impassioned with fire, and I dare say that your own strength may have took it the step further. I want to be clear. There is a cautious pride I have in my brother. He never really cared about anything before what happened. But I still have a job to do. So, this is my request. I do not wish to see my brother killed. But if he plans to fight with your village, he will die. They will all die. The Nightwolf is injured. I could see that much. Your forces weakened. For you were only attacked by the bandits we hired, not by the full might of the Eclipse themselves. But I come not to spread death and destruction. There is perhaps a way that we may find understanding. The captain is enraged. The captain seeks to make an example of the village. But I believe that his rage is more directed at you. The death of the lieutenant and the theft of the plans were embarrassing for him. No doubt the word of such failings has already reached the Pale Emperor.
Good.
Yes,
Rin will say, like,
Right.
out loud, like, nudging him.
bad for you. For the captain is far more powerful than the lieutenant was. And the lieutenant enjoyed drink and fair play. The captain is far more ruthless. I will explain to you what will happen, and then I will offer a solution. I ask only that you give me time to do that.
This entire conversation, I think Rin's going to be. I want to do an insight check just to kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, time for some
general-
insight checks.
Just a general feel of like how confident he feels about this, what he's just his general state of mind as he's explaining this. If that's all right. I'm rolled an 18.
With an 18, you don't sense any deception. In fact, you sense quite the opposite. The sorrow that Lime Drop seems to be presenting is a result from his confident belief in that what he is saying is true. He believes his brother is signing his own suicide note, and he is doing whatever he can to prevent his brother's death.
Mm-hmm.
And so, go ahead.
Haruko will simply perk up at all this talk about what his captain wants. And he speaks to Lime Drop. I assume that your captain believed this the righteous path. Do you?
What I believe is irrelevant. I will follow my orders. I will not betray my lord.
And yet you come to protect your brother.
Yes, because there is a way to do that without dishonoring my lord. May I explain how that is?
Bryn nods and just.
You want us to leave?
Please explain.
He wants us to go away.
Quite the
No.
I'll get
opposite,
away from
in
the
fact.
village.
Let's give him a chance to explain himself
Speak
first.
your piece.
First, I will tell you what will happen, and then I will offer my solution. The first thing that you will notice is that the captain will intend to surround this village. Not with forceful barricades, but with hidden patrols, enticing those when they attempt to leave to be captured and then used as leverage against those that remain to fight. He will burn the fields and will harrow arrows down upon this place. These arrows shall be lined with various chemicals that will cause sickness and disorientation. It will poison food and water. And when they come, they will come in force. A slow, unstoppable march. He will do it in the day where you can see him, where the sun is at his back. The destruction of the village will be slow and methodical. Trials will be held. People shall be killed. And those that resisted the most will be made to watch as punishment. For I bring you not just a warning, but an official declaration of war. Honor demands that at least one day be offered, And this is my offer on behalf of my captain. Bushido allows us to act with fairness. It is believed that by you not surrendering, then you have proven yourselves dishonorable to the people here and ensured their deaths. That is what will happen. But my solution is thus. The captain listens to me. He is fond of me. I believe that the slight against him may yet be lessened. The captain seeks those that killed his lieutenant and embarrassed him in front of the Emperor's court. If you were to offer him a chance to make things right through battle, he may yet take that as the surrendering of the village. At the very least, with their greatest defenders defeated, then the village would surrender anyway, and less lives would be lost. You leaving would not aid them. It would be seen as an act of cowardice, in which I dare fear that they would be punished even further. And perhaps, he says this with a very straight face, if you were to succeed, then there would be no one's honor left to defend, and the troops would have no reason to attack Akogi. Or you could take your chances.
Well, you do have one thing wrong, though, mate. See, we got in contact with the city. We told them the situation in Akogi. And they'll be sending troops down the next couple of days. So at the very least, Akogi will have some defense.
Rin, like, visibly just is looking down, like, at Hex explaining this, and you can just see the expression on his face is sour.
Lime Drop will shake his head.
I have words for you, Samurai. You say that your brother stands by the people of this village because he does not understand the circumstance that he is in. That is far from the case. We all know that the eclipse threatens this village. We see it. The blood painted on this very fucking bridge as a clear example of the threat that you pose. But we still stand here because we know that to stand and fight on your feet is to better than to live on your knees. I dare say he understands the warrior's code better than you.
Rin audibly sighs.
Lime Drop will then say, "Those are brave words for a boy."
Rin looks up, tired from the fight before and from the bloodshed witnessed. He's exhausted. He's been exhausted for a while.
Tell me this, young man. If we engage your captain in,
You can just hear the disdain.
honorable combat, win or lose, will you leave this village be?
Should you lose, the captain will have came for what he wanted. No doubt the village will have to offer tribute, and it will lose some of its freedoms, but I believe that he will have no reason to harm it any further. Should you succeed, well, then there will be no driving force to see it punished.
Okay.
Originally, from my understanding of the plans of the lieutenant, Okogi is in a strategic position, but in and of itself it is not strategically important. The village, that is. It is merely this placement here, as he gestures to the river around him. This is where the river is thinnest, shallowest, easy to ford. This bridge, he taps the bridge, would make a fine point in order for supplies to move between the various encampments. There is no reason the village should suffer as long as the use of the bridge was allowed.
Right.
This was in the plans we received from the messenger. I believe they called it Operation Pitch and Fire.
Rin ponders to himself a little bit, just kind of letting the silence fall over, and he looks up.
A clarification, if you will. What exactly, and I want to hear this from you, a man that is a brother of a dear friend, what is it that you hope to do here? What is your final objective?
Is it not
What is
obvious?
your means for being here?
Fine, then I shall explain it. I wish to see my brother live. If he stays and fights with you, he will die. All of you will. This village, your stand for strength and honor will be pointless. The enemy that you face is beyond your ability to face. However, there is a small chance that Bushido could be honored. Defeating the captain would remove the reason that this village is needed, at least to the capacity in which it is being forced. Did you truly believe that you could murder a lieutenant of the Eclipse and it would not have an effect? This is the cost of your boldness.
Just so I have clarification as a player, because I think I understand like why the Eclipse is here and what they're trying to do. Do we know like exactly what the Eclipse, like why the Eclipse is specifically here?
We got
What's
their
the-
plans from the courier. They have 3 top priorities.
Yeah.
Their first is they're looking for a certain person to search and detain. That's called Operation Windchain. They're paying huge amounts of jade for manpower and discretion. The
Right.
second is their disruption campaign on the villages using the bandits to weaken the West and secure a foothold on the other side of the mist.
Mhm.
And their third is a non-hostile operation, which is to contact something known as the Night Cross.
Gotcha.
I can't find that in my notes.
I think
ripped it
I,
out by accident. Oops.
I think.
Line drop.
Oh no. Go on.
We've got. Okay, so you're saying that if we go along, we kill the captain. It's more likely that your brother gets to live because they might honor and have no interest in the village. It's a small matter. But if we lose, they might just take small repercussions, tributes and whatnot. Now here's the thing about your brother. We heard him shouting, saying how he would defend you to his last breath. Defend this place, sorry, against you, and to his last breath. If we die, your brother, of all the people here, will be one of the ones to see us as martyrs. He'll be one of the ones to start trying to rally everyone to fight, knowing that's the best thing to do. Better to fight than subjugate. So that means you, in your best interest, for your brother to survive, would be if we went against your captain. Now, you said you're close to him, so I'm guessing that you know how he fights. You give us some tips how to beat him. We kill your captain, you get on with your job, and you don't have to worry about your brother dying. Help us, help you.
You're correct nearly in its entirety. But my brother will not fight if you die. I know him. He is impressionable. You have inspired him. Once you are killed, if you are killed, his hope will die, and he will listen to me again.
Unless I go over to your brother now. I'll give him a big old speech about if we fall, you have to fight on.
Yeah, I was gonna
Your
say.
brother.
Rin visibly looks over to Hex with this just
I'm gonna just
angered
Put a-
expression.
put a hand
mate.
on Hex's shoulder,
Hold
and
on
I'm
a sec.
gonna look at Lime Drop, and I'm gonna say, "What was it that your father did?"
What my brother may be too young to remember, or perhaps he does not wish to remember. The fruit flies. We made our living in war. We were warriors and messengers. The reason that I was recruited was because of my father's deeds. And upon his death, I was offered the placement that he was. And that is what he does not understand. The very thing that he believes that he stands against in the eclipse is the very thing that Father promoted. It is what gave us the small semblance of fame that we had. I have seen Father destroy villages, kill couriers, torture men and women for their information. War is war. My brother is idealistic. He is easily inspired, but he is young still. He will learn.
Bryn will pause for a moment and just kind of look around, realizing that the fight at the village itself did cause some devastation, but feels the real losses didn't come from the thugs that were sent to the village, but the mist that just crawled over it and just decimated not only his people but theirs.
Since we are talking so peacefully yet uneasily, what is the Eclipse's plan for the mist? I mean, sure, getting a strong hold here across the way is significant and good, but there's something out there that is a threat to all of us.
I cannot speak to what the entirety of the plan for the mist is, but make no mistake that we know who to blame is. The Pale Emperor and his court have received evidence. This evidence is indicative that the mists and how they have changed were caused by the presence of these foreign devils to the west. We cannot stand against this invasive presence if we are all vying and fighting for power. We must present a united front.
At this point, hearing that, Rin is going to attempt a persuasion check.
Now, this is the one thing that I can agree with you about. Constantly fighting, struggling for land, getting footholds, oppressing people. I'm tired. I've seen my fair share of war, and I'm just exhausted. And here you are presenting us with an option that's only going to bring us more bloodshed, when the real threat is out there.
Kind of like pointing in the direction of the mist.
While we're fighting and vying for freedoms, for lands, and for more influence and power, this otherworldly force can just blow in at a moment's notice, decimating the two of us. And we're here, what? Squabbling who's got the bigger sword? We need to speak more. We need to speak less on land grabs and oppression. I feel we need to speak more, exactly as you say, on a united front, where we can both be equal, fight as equals. I propose, instead of engaging in another fruitless fight with your captain, we talk with them.
All right, persuasion, don't fail me now. No! Fuck.
Lime Drop will shake his head, and he will say, "Ah, yes. A similar argument that many in the position of weakness make. Let us rise up as one, when that is the very thing that the eclipse is doing. The Eastern kingdoms were once many, 10, 12, constantly changing in the number of them, fighting each other for power, weak and vulnerable to the threat that you claim. There is no disagreement about the threat. It is the method that there is disagreement. You claim that there is oppression, yet I wonder, have you ever been to the eclipse?
No.
How quickly you are to judge something that you know nothing about then. The Pale Emperor rules, yes. But I wonder, how many kings are there in the West? Or how many villages are ruled by a single person? Your claim that we should all rise up as one to fight this being is the same thing that the eclipse wishes. You just have a problem with the method because you believe yourself to be right.
Rin, I think, audibly sighs at the way that Lime Drop's explaining it, understanding at that point that he just reveals, especially the moment of like, you know, what a common thing that someone who's weak would do. He looks up and says,
I understand, my friend. True, I've never been to an Eclipse Kingdom. True, I've never seen the Pale Emperor and the way he rules so mercifully. I'm only a witness to how you handle things here.
he looks around at the blood spread over at the bridge.
You hire thugs and bandits, you threaten these people's lives, and for what? A bridge so that you can guide your resources through? These people's lives are going to be changed forever, so that you can further your own goals. You explain that the Pale Empire and the Eclipse shows a mercy and a better life. So far, you've proven otherwise.
Your ignorance shines through again. The bandits had already targeted this village before we came to be, and we convinced them to do it in a different manner, one that had meaning and purpose than pure greed. I wonder...
One that involved them taking lives.
Oh, and who told you that?
The
reports.
bodies left around.
Oh, it seems that you have not done your research, my friend. The bandits have long since been a problem, before we crossed the veil. Ever since the mist began its tyrannical chokehold upon the West, these people turned against themselves because they lacked proper leadership. Yes, the bandits attacked your village, but I dare say that your own, what is the Western saying? The pot calling the kettle black, yes? You killed a lieutenant.
Haruko his ears droop.
Rin,
I've had about
think-
enough of your rhetoric, Lime Drop. I thought you wanted to settle this.
I do.
Rin,
I came with a
go on.
solution, and it is quite straightforward. You chose to turn this to philosophy, and I will always speak on it. But I dare say that if your wish to speak to the captain will follow the same line of questioning, the same idealistic stance that you seem to have taken with me, then you will find an even harsher answer.
Haruko will interject. It seems this interrogation is leading to nowhere. He clearly wants us to make a decision.
Rin,
You're
at that
Congress.
point, at that point, Rin just holds up a paw and just says,
Can you please just give us a moment to at least deliberate so we can give you an answer
Of course,
proper?
you do have a day after all. I shall leave you to
Yeah.
your decision. I will convince the captain that you will wish to... I can give you until the dawn.
And what should we do? Where should we meet you?
Be
if
here
we
upon
do
the
decide-
bridge when the dawn rises, if you wish to accept his challenge. If you are not here when the dawn rises, then he will have no choice but to go through with his plan to destroy this village.
Of course. Thank you for the message. We wish you well.
Lime Drop will give a bow of respect, and then he will leave.
While he walks off, Haruko is just going to call out, "Take care of the path you walk, Lime Drop, lest you become less of a man and more of a slave."
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Monty.
Hello.
We didn't hear you for any of that.
Yeah, I literally. Oh, okay. That's. No, it's fine. I was like, oh, can I? No, okay. I figured it was just I didn't want to interrupt.
You
Okay.
gotta make sure that you're actually.
Now, we-
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so
I
if that
was
happens again, if
trying.
you're trying to talk, say something in map tools, so we'll see it.
Yeah,
I
say
don't know.
something in
Yeah,
text
I
chat.
don't know why my Discord's doing that. It's kind of weird. It might just be
weird.
because I'm on auto sensitivity. Sorry about that. I was gonna say I'd like to say something before he leaves, but I guess
Oh,
I'll
sure,
have to
sure. We
get
can
to it,
back that
but
up.
I
That's
haven't.
fine.
I haven't been able to speak this entire time. Do you mind if I take this, Haruko?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Lime Drop, was it?
It will turn back.
You're just like your brother. You're both idiots and kind of insufferable. And I turned to my companions and joined them.
He doesn't disagree
Rinse.
with that.
Rin smirks as he's just walking away, but he does his best to hide it.
Haruko
Because of a-
just follows behind. And,
All right, now we get to talk as DMs. Okay,
Ooh,
Well,
boy.
why
Here
are
we
we
go.
talking character?
Arcadum,
No, you will.
roll
You'll-
persuasion check.
you'll get a chance to talk in character. I just want to be clear what your options are, mechanically
was-
speaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say throughout the entire thing, I would have liked to have made some insight checks, but if it's too late now, so it's
Honestly,
probably
I think he
fine
was telling
anyway.
the truth.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
I think he
the thing
was
is,
too.
Yeah, I mean-
let me explain. The insight checks are all of that. I mean, you could have made them, but you already made a pretty good one through Ren.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Like, Lime Drop believes the words that he's saying. He isn't
Yeah.
trying to deceive you at any point.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
believes
No,
that
they're
standing.
actually true.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a different type of insight check, or maybe I don't know if it would be insight. I don't know what it would be,
Sure.
but just like what we know of Lemon Drop.
I mean,
Well,
Like I don't doubt that Lime Drop believes this about Lemon Drop, but do we believe it?
To see if he would. Yeah.
well,
Unless that's not a thing that you could roll for.
well, no. If you want to review the information that you already have, then I could provide some insight that you might be able to glean. Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, what would that be?
That's insight.
That's insight. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. That's
Oh,
a
what-
nine.
well, what- what is your-
I'll
well, what
assist if I can.
All right. Go ahead then. Roll again.
Yeah, I'll aid Haruko. So roll again.
Oh, I can go again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get
I'm
advantages aiding you.
Oh, sick.
helping you.
Thank you.
Taking the help action to jog your memory.
Yeah, 30-20.
All right. So, what is the question that you're trying to ask?
I guess a question of character. Lemon Drop firmly believes that Lime Drop will lose hope. From
Other
what
way
we know
around.
of Lime Drop,
Yeah.
or sorry, Lime Drop believes that Lemon Drop will lose hope if we were to fall. From what we know of Lemon Drop's character, does he seem like he would?
Well, as you may have remembered, with your first interaction with him, he was very immature and wouldn't really take no for an answer and was acting quite childish. But throughout the influence that you have had, it seems that he has matured and he has found a purpose to fight for. Because if you recall, he really didn't care about what he was doing when he was traveling with you. So,
He kind of. Oh, I don't think that was us. He kind of 180'd on his own, honestly.
well,
but...
I'm not. The point of this is not me saying what the actual thing is, because you wouldn't know that. The idea is that he has changed. That much is obvious.
Yeah.
So whether you believe that's because of you or because of something else or by example or someone else that he met because of you, those are extrapolations you can make on your own.
I mean, he's been training the people, while we've been gone.
But I think the
that
important
requires
thing,
conviction.
I think the important thing to point out is that you do know that it seems that Lemon Drop is impressionable.
Yeah.
And Lime Drop would know his brother better than
Yeah,
you.
better than we do. Yeah.
But whether or not you want to bank on that knowledge of his brother is in such a bias that he's just as equally wrong, that's completely up to you. This is, after all, a family
Right.
matter, and you do not have all the pieces to it. So,
Well, thinking on this, Haruko will just say to his companions, he underestimates his brother. I do believe that there is a chance for him to have a change of heart yet, however slim.
He underestimates all of us.
I believe that's something we can discuss after finishing the business at hand. Another battle, another bloodshed. This is pointless.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say something that you won't want to hear at all, but what if the eclipse does have the greater good in mind? I mean, you guys saw the mist. This Pale Emperor can protect people better.
Rin, like, again, just sighs and looks over to... Okay, first of all, I want to make sure we are saying this not in front of the elder of this fucking village. I just want to
You guys are by yourself.
We're talking
you guys are
quietly.
together.
Better a little bit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's... I just want to make sure. Elder's like, what?
I turn and immediately I just glare at Hex.
No, while you're glaring, Rin just kind of holds his straw hat and drops to blow his head a little bit and nods and says, I agree with Hex. This is a threat that none of us here are going to be capable to fight. We need an army. We need resources. And how the Eclipse is doing it is extremely unfortunate, but...
What if we can convince
I
him to do
mean-
diplomacy?
The
That's
question
and
is,
he holds out his hand. Sorry, I just want to get this
No,
thought
no,
out
go
and
ahead,
then
go
Doria. He throws out his hand. He's like, that's what I was trying to at least open up.
To them, diplomacy is submission.
The Pale Emperor's idea of a unified front is having everyone under his heel.
Yeah, but sometimes that works. That's just conquerors, mate. Kings. This isn't new. He was right. This happens over in the West as well, where we come from.
I don't remember that where I came from, but again, I lived in the middle of nowhere, and also I don't pay attention sometimes. So, I shrug. My thought
Rin-
was perhaps
sorry.
if they want the bridge to, move supplies, like Lime Drop said, when animals are threatened, they tend to migrate. Would that be out of the question with the village, do you think?
Rin shakes his head. There's honor with these people. If we were to destroy the bridge or give some sort of way to do it, they would make sure that this village was set an example. These people would suffer catapults, poisons, toxins, the way he explained it. Destroying this bridge is out of the question.
The bridge
It
is
would
the
only
lifeblood
provide-
of the village.
I'm not
Um,
saying we destroy it, we leave it, and then we just go somewhere else.
Have we done
Territory
wrong, though, by-
lost.
If we've been fighting alongside these villagers, risking their lives, for what? They aren't going to hold out against an army. Who are they defending against? They're not being protected by their own people. Maybe they would be better under this Pale Emperor. None of these troops have come down from the city. I bullshitted the whole thing there. They've had no protection. They've been left for dead. We're a group of random people that have come along, and we're set to protect them all. What is this? Maybe the Pale Emperor does have better intentions. His methodology for doing it is bullshit. And
Hex, I don't know if where you come from it's commonplace to let a conquering emperor come in and step on your throat and rule your people, but not here.
then
Not
why has the
after
city done
we all
nothing
we've
about it
done.
then?
We've
If it's
sent
not
word to
the norm-
Alexandria. Help is coming.
Is it?
Rin looks over to Sunder. So, what do we do then? How is your honor going to protect us when this mist is murdering our people?
I agree. With the mist on its way, it may not make a difference.
Look,
I had a
maybe their
thought.
intentions are worse. Yeah, no, sorry, Tori, you go.
Something about this doesn't make much sense. Think about it. I start pacing back and forth. The mist has been coming in after these attacks, killing indiscriminately the Pale Emperor. Do you remember what happened to that lieutenant when he died? There was that thing in him that floated away.
What's that pearl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something about that was ethereal and magical in nature. I wonder if the Pale Emperor and the mist are connected, and this is just a.
Well, the
They-
Eclipse is the only one who knows how to get through it.
But they
Arcadum?
don't. They've lost their own men to this mist as well. but I don't know. Something
Maybe
about this
it's
is
like letting an animal out of a cage.
laying
Uh,
bait.
Arcadum.
Yeah.
Is there any way I could do a religion check, just to recall that, and give you a theory of what Rin may have for being a cleric, of what that orb was that pulled out of the lieutenant?
I think at this point you don't have enough to know for certain. So
Okay.
just whatever your proposal is, I mean, that's if that's what you think, or that's
It's all
what you
theories
think.
at this point.
Yeah,
I
every,
mean,
It's only
this is
yeah,
all
the
pretty
only-
much speculation at this point.
Gotcha. Rin, I think Rin would pause. It's like, it could be anything. It could be affiliated with the mist. It could be something specific with the Pale Emperor. It could be a phylactery. For all we knew, that lieutenant was a lich and was about to live a second life again. There's a lot of theories, but there isn't. Right now, there isn't much we can do, and we can speculate. But we have to deal with the issue at hand. This captain is coming, and we have to pay the price one way or another.
We heard
Either
from
we-
the plans they have a limited time to set up a foothold here. If we can take the fight off of the villagers' backs by fighting this captain, I say we do it.
I agree.
either
But
we
we
take
all-
the
if
fight
we-
to them, or they take
yeah.
the fight to us, and we lose more civilians, I suppose.
I'll go
If
all
we-
the way through the mists to fight them if I have to.
And you'd
Man,
die
I
for it,
would-
mate.
Yeah. Rin immediately, like at the same time, Hex says
Perhaps
that.
not all the way through the mist.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but
Take a
yeah,
step
the
in.
funny enough, when Hex says, because I was about to say the same thing, Joe, you say, and you'll die then, and Rin would say it at the exact same sync as you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
both of them just be like, well, then you die.
Okay. What if we make a deal with the chief? If we win, we get rid of this stubborn bastard that wants us dead. All good. We leave the village alone after that anyway. If we lose, we get a signed word that he will surrender the village.
And what leverage do we have for making him take
Rin
that
nods.
offer?
Rin nods.
We
Rin,
just
kid,
help
well,
Save the
looks
damn
over.
village.
Rin looks over and says, you heard it from Lime Drop itself. Yes, the village will have to give tribute, and yes, they'll have to. Life will change, but it would be better than them dying to this mist. Already right off the bat, the Eclipse knows more than we do about the mist. Knows the source, knows what needs to be done. I hate to say it, Hex is right. The Eclipse might be the best way to solve this mist problem. Right now, we're just trying to keep the fires down, trying to save these people's lives.
I'm still sitting here and wondering how the Black Silver Syndicates managed to keep them at bay.
Rin shrugs.
Perhaps we do have some leverage we don't know about that they're hiding from us.
Potentially.
At this point, we're out of time.
Hmm.
Wait,
The
hold on,
captain's
but
going to be here in a matter of hours.
What leverage do you think you might have?
I haven't the slightest idea. But they
Alright.
they would surely not reveal it.
Well, for one, we know it's probably the bridge. I mean, that makes the most logistics sense. If it's something else here, magical
Bridge
or
is the only
otherwise-
thing keeping this village alive. Otherwise, they're useless.
And at this
Rin-
point, something crawls up over the side,
Not the
Oh
Leviathan.
god. Is it the
you-
Kappas?
and you see this.
Oh, it's
Oh shit!
Perhaps Susya can be of assistance.
Ah!
How long were you listening?
Long enough. And then Rin. No, I'm just kidding. I was about to say, and then Rin shoves him
back into the river.
like no witnesses.
He just
No, but
swims up
Rin-
the other side.
no, but Rin would say long enough. No reason for deception now. What do you have in mind?
Susya heard all things. Susya has good ears. No one
Sneaky fuck.
takes Susya seriously. But Susya thinks that she can be of help.
Okay.
Follow Susya.
Please don't dive into the water. I really
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
it when my fur
Yeah.
gets wet.
Do you guys choose to follow her?
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh no! Wait! I'm rolling an insight. Fuck that. Yeah, sure. I'll just
More
go ahead and
options
follow
are
him,
always
too.
nice.
I love
I'll just
Susya
go ahead.
implicitly,
Even if we don't end up
so-
going with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
I mean-
options are never
Yeah.
a bad thing.
23 is Shushu planning on fucking arresting us for talking about
22.
entering the village.
Quite the
Got
opposite.
down there.
Shusha tends to take you away from the village. Whatever she has to tell
Ooh.
you, she doesn't want anyone else to hear.
Is she
Okay.
being deceptive right now?
Absolutely, but not towards you.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she's.
Gotcha. Let's do it.
I say,
Let's do
look,
it.
dude, let's risk
Do it. Yo,
She's
no,
a
at that
weird
point,
character. She's
You know
probably got
what?
some weird
You know what?
ideas.
She
Nod.
has you know what? I think I might know what it is.
Red
And-
nods and asks, yeah.
And so,
Carry on.
Shusha leads you to the
She might have
slums.
it in with the Black Silver Syndicate.
All right, she leads you through the slums of the slaughtered docks,
The
to
old burnt village.
the half-burned
Shusha was
places.
the Nightwolf the whole time. Haha.
And then-
I am the Nightwolf.
And then she takes you
Shusha is the
inside of a
Nightwolf.
small door, like a small little shack, and then she'll kind of look around, and then she'll lock the door, and then she'll kind of move back over to the thing,
I'm gonna lean over to Sunder and go, I think we're going to get doctored into a cult.
and then Shusha will look around,
Ooh, I've never done
And
that
then-
before.
Wait.
her face will begin to shift,
Oh,
my
shit.
god, it's the Pale Emperor.
Usually-
and then you will see that
Undercover boss.
her face shifts to that of the pallid white skin of a changeling.
Oh fuck!
She does
Oh.
not change all the way, however, and she will look over to Hex and say, "Greetings, sister."
X is going to transform back into the changeling form. How'd you do that? Oh, not all the way.
Rin
Practice.
would just look over to Hex and just be like,
Oh, that's what that disguise is supposed to be.
still thinking that the changeling form is just another disguise.
And then Shusha will shift back completely to Shusha and will say, "So, now that we are away from the others, we can speak more frankly."
X goes back to error. That's a good fucking disguise.
Shusha will take a seat on a small stool and will cross her legs. Her demeanor completely changed from what it was before. When you had first met her, she was like a little a gekoi just looking to sell some food, but now her purpose is made more clear. There's a few things that you and I need to speak about. I'm sorry, but I did, after all, give a little looks, a little listens. I hope you don't mind.
Hmm?
Nods.
Very good. So, there's a few things that you should be aware of. You asked a question, and I thought to make myself revealed to you. There is something that you do not know that you should. And that is the question as to why the Black Silver Syndicate has the ability to resist this Pale Emperor. And perhaps another way forward.
Leans.
All right, and she'll kind of lean back.
Mm.
First of all, I'm an agent of the Black Silver Syndicate, only just recently hired last year or so. You see, the Black Silver Syndicate is a decent operation. They're no Calcatesian dons, however, but they pay a decent amount, and they have a very good stranglehold over things over here to the west. And, well, I was looking to make a change. Got into a spot of trouble in KO, unfortunately.
Oh.
But that's for another time. That's a boring story, my dear. Absolutely atrocious. But with enough drink, perhaps I'll tell it to you one day. But for now, straightforward as to what relevance that I have.
Nodders.
Well, you see, sister, looking to Hex, there's a reason that the Black Silver Syndicate is being able to resist the Pale Emperor. It is because they have hired us, in a way. The black silver that we produce is important to the Pale Emperor. I believe he uses it to fund some ritual that he performs. It is all very hush-hush, and I've only heard bits and pieces from the upper dons, but safe to say that there is a reason that they have not openly fought us, is that they need us. Now, you will see her kind of, you will see her do like a how would it like a muscle memory thing where she reaches down to adjust like her cufflinks as if she's used to wearing a suit, and then she'll kind of catch herself. Old habits. In either case. Furthermore, I have overheard your conversations together, and also the conversation that you had with Lemon Drop's brother, and I apologize for listening in, but it is part of my job, after all, is to be well informed. But I think that you should be aware of the greater game at foot. For you see, one might begin to wonder why the Pale Emperor has sent his soldiers and his troops to pierce the mist at great cost to his own forces. True, a stranglehold in the west would be good, for when the mists fade, one could attack from both sides. But you see, that is not the case. The Emperor is afraid of something. He searches for something.
Rin leans in.
She moves forward and places a piece of parchment on the table in front of her. She seeks the source of the divine wind.
The divine wind.
Wind.
Indeed. For you see, in Glies, in this land, as those of you that may not be aware, and those of you that would, I'll go over it anyway. You see, there's a few things. A search. A sought. The heir to the true throne of Glies is determined by some sort of elemental cycle. It would seem that a new emperor has been ordained and born, or is about to be. We are not quite sure. But the Pale Emperor seeks and searches.
I'd like to make a history check.
Sure thing.
Same.
To see, like, how long has it been since there was last a proper emperor on the seat of the elements?
And
I
after
wouldn't
that,
know.
I would like to make it some sort of check about the divine wind just in general, just to see what my knowledge of it is.
18.
All right. Well, with those types of roles and everything put together, this is the collective knowledge that you share as a group. Many years ago, some 100 years hence or so, the last emperor that was named, that was officially named for the throne of Glies. Hold on, let me check. I believe he was Fire, but
Who just did the big drink sound there?
Oh, so sorry, that was me.
so
I was
funny.
just, I was
sitting
leaning back. I was ready to absorb the lore. Lore.
Roar! So funny. Like I was leaning into my mic like intently, and then I just heard.
I was also leaning into my mic, but I was also sipping lore juice.
Thunder. Fucking Sai right now is giving like gasm face, going, "Oh, roar!"
I'm staying in character, but I'm pogging out of my mind internally.
Yeah.
one moment.
That's okay. Divine wind.
I wonder what that could be.
Okay, let me see. Yes, it is. It was Fire. Okay.
Okay.
The last emperor was blessed with the element of fire. And that is... Oh, that's pretty much all that you know at this point.
Assuming the hair that we've heard about divine wind, I can assume the new heir is blessed with air.
Yeah, that would be the...
That's the assumption. Yeah.
The word divine in this case indicates the heir to the emperor, to the imperial line.
Oh, it's like
Right.
a private wind.
No, like divine.
Oh, I thought you meant. I
Not-
thought it was like a
Not
private
like a
tramway.
not like
Yeah,
a
like a
physical
private
wind
jet.
current, but
Right,
like
okay.
divine wind as in like an air that is blessed with the element of.
Oh, I thought he had his own little like.
That's
Yeah, it's
hilarious. Like his
his own
little wind
private
line,
way.
his kite, that only he can use. Yeah.
It's like a Disney Fast Pass, but it's just for him. It's a wind.
Shit.
Yeah, it's the
Amazing.
fast track to the east. It's the divine wind. Just hop on the fucking highway and just fucking go.
Clip it for later. Thank you very much. I just want to listen to that.
I
But
guess you
anyway.
could say it's an heir to the throne.
All right. So in either case, Ciacia will explain that the Pale Emperor is seeking this true-born emperor, not one of Conquer, but one chosen by Glies herself. And such, Ciacia will continue. And this, I believe, darling, is what he seeks in the West. As such, that is why he needs us. And that is why his wild attempts to pierce the veil have cost so much. I believe this information will suffice, in case you find it relevant to your choices.
Ren looks around, just pawing at his beard, and then he's just like, what could we do with that? What?
Get
Finally,
to the air
find it.
first.
Well,
Yeah, we gotta find it.
I would imagine that once you are finished with Okogi, you'd want to actually stop this from happening again, yes?
Nods. Nods
Yeah.
just once again.
Well, yeah, a permanent stop to the bloodshed would be nice.
Well, then,
yes.
that is your path forward. And I also offer you perhaps a meeting with my associates in the Black Silver Syndicate. We do have the ability to move individuals unseen through Glies. And thus, I go out of character as I explain, congratulations, Pride of the Nightwolf. You have received your official invitation to join the main campaign, the Divine
Holy fuck.
Yeah!
Oh, shit, dude.
And to be clear, your particular invitation, as each invitation is different, your invitation will be to work side by side with the Black Silver Syndicate. So,
Yeah, drug lords.
So
Let's
your
go.
Oh, that is so fucking cool.
So your approach to taking care of the Emperor will be through the guise of like mobsters and yakuza. So
Oh,
Oh,
Yakuza!
that's so sick. Oh my god. I'm so glad I picked Hex for this.
Man, like for Rin, that's perfect. I'm wondering about our goody two-shoe samurai boys, though. They're gonna be able to handle that shit.
Are they really goody two shoes though? I don't think either.
Not good. Well, they're
no.
not goody two-shoes. I think I'm more looking
I'm not
at
gonna lie.
Slender.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Each of you
Hex-
have demonstrated a little bit of propensity for chaos.
Hex is like not like a full samurai, and Sunder's basically the most dishonorable samurai around.
Man, Tori just came here to study bees, man. What the fuck?
I don't know what a shovel is. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, yo, you want to be
I
a
just didn't know the
yakuza?
word for it. I figured it out once you showed it to me. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
What is
I will
this
say-
Shuvel?
I will say that Tori has the scars to be a yakuza, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, true.
Wow,
dude,
wow.
we're gonna
Way to
turn you into a
profile me a
fucking-
little bit. Jesus.
No, you're
I'm just
becoming
saying,
a-
if you
you're becoming
took your
like a-
mask off, they would fucking
Yeah.
tell you where their stash is.
We are buying
Probably.
Tori a suit, and she's taking the mask off and like sits in a dark room.
Oh no!
Creep
Now
everyone.
I'm picturing that fan art of Haruko throwing the guy when
Hold
he's
on,
in the
hold
Yakuza
on,
suit.
hold on,
He's like,
hold
"Kill
on."
you."
You're gonna swim with the fishies. Probably just tropical fish.
You're gonna
Like-
swim with the fishy wishies.
Boss,
You're
do
gonna
we
swim
really
with the
need a
fishies.
history lesson right now?
Let me explain what a fish is.
Yeah.
It'll be with neon tetras and silver danios and silver dollars, but you can't be in there too long because you'll affect the pH and you'll have to be removed because they're very sensitive to
A
that.
fucking goblin comes around the corner. Yeah. Listen, the boss is gonna educate you. Yeah.
Knows about
Wow,
it.
she's
Yeah,
got
pH.
While she's got like Hero in her lap, and she's just like
I'm stroking
Hero.
him like an evil cat, but he's
Tori as the
silent.
Yakuza boss is exactly what I need to be picturing right now.
Wasn't that one guy? What was it from the movie John Wick? I haven't seen it, so
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm a
the
bit of a
fucking
plebeian. Yeah.
One guy from the movie John Wick.
I considering the fact that both Rin and Hex were about to be down to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe we just surrender this village to the Pale Emperor. I mean, we gotta solve this mist issue somehow. I feel like Black Syndicate is the one thing. It's like, yeah, I could do that. I'll join some.
I mean, we were already
Yeah.
planning to try and make an alliance with them to save a.
I
Kogi.
thought it would be a good avenue, but if they're kind of working with the Eclipse, it makes the relationship really strange.
Well,
doesn't
it's
it?
more like it's
It's
the
another
Eclipse is
option.
Like, the
Look, they're
Eclipse is
neutral,
paying
guys.
for they have an information network that is super vast, so the Eclipse is like taking information in exchange for not obliterating them.
Well,
Fair enough,
considering the two options we currently had, if we were to like stop the mist, was an option that wasn't going to happen, which was side with the village, which that wasn't going to last very long, or side with the Eclipse. That was kind of like, might have to side with the Eclipse. Gonna suck. I guess we're a villain campaign now, but like we might have to do it. So having a third option present itself is very like relieving. It's more. I feel Rin's more like on board with that than he would have been.
We deal with a Kogi, and then we use the Black Silver Syndicate's info network to find the heir before the Eclipse does.
Yep.
And then,
That's
Black-
kind of
and then they don't have a reason to be in the West.
That's pretty cool though if we can beat them to the thing they're looking for. But that's a person, right? They're looking for like a person.
It's like a child.
Well, that either
An heir.
has been born recently or is about to be.
Dude,
Yeah.
just tell me now. Is Rin the divine win? I mean, just tell me now. I just want to know.
Negative.
No, Rin's
stealing a
soon-to-be born second son is the divine win.
Yeah, Rin-
That's right.
Dude.
Rin had sex
That's right.
twice.
Rin's pregnant.
My
right.
my
I
God.
had sex recently.
My God.
It's so slow to follow the whole line of thought, by the way. I was like, divine wind. He's got a secret pathway he can take his kite on.
That's what I thought he was.
Totally done the wrong word.
Oh God.
Listen, Rin's getting pretty old. He makes some divine winds of his own, you know.
Oh God!
Got him.
Winky face. Yeah, exactly.
Talk
Where's the
about a
Connor
divine
soundboard when I
win.
need
Well, that is exciting. That is very exciting.
But yes,
We have it.
Yakuza babysitter RP.
At the very least, it seems the Black Silver Syndicate doesn't have the same interest in subjugating people.
not by the sword.
No more. Let's find out.
Not by the sword.
I don't know.
Drugs
I
is
don't know.
neutral.
I don't know if this is an apt comparison, but they give me Zentarum vibes, if that's any way to think of
Actually,
them.
that's
Like, they're
pretty
not...
good. That's a pretty good reference.
Yeah, because the Zentarum are kind of bastard, but at the same time, they're also kind of not bastard. They really skim the line. And
It's
they
like,
dip underneath
you know
the
what I
border.
am. You came here for drugs. Don't
Yeah.
pretend like you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know that reference.
The Zentarum are basically a criminal like entity
They're-
that exists in Faerun.
Yeah, they're Faerun. They're like the big criminal like network, and then I think the Harpers are like the good.
Yeah, I haven't done.
They're
Faerun lore in,
Harper's.
like,
Oh,
years.
Harper's. That's classic.
Yeah, they're like the Thieves Guild in
They are.
Elder
Last
Elder
Night
Scrolls.
Forgotten Realms. Oh my God, it takes me back to like high school whenever I talk about like
Oh,
or
yeah.
hear about Forgotten Realms. Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Oh,
I think for Rin, it's just whatever is like the best option to not only clear the mist, but also give people freedom.
I'm sorry.
up?
I just want to go back to the Tory Mafia thing. You think you know what you're doing? I'm gonna get my boy Rin in here. He's got a whole person in a glass of water. You think
Oh my god, you're right. we can
Everyone
do
just
this.
knows. I just walk in with
Oh
a
my
scoot.
God.
I put in a glass of water.
You
Everyone
disrespected me
Wow,
for the
whole
last
person.
time. Rin, hold person. Hit the water.
You ever,
Campaign
you ever
ends
heard
with
of
us
someone who
walking-
drowned in a pond?
You will have to drown the Pale Emperor in a glass of water. That is our end goal.
Oh my God.
It looks like to me that you're ready to go for a swim, mate.
It's the fucking John Wick. He killed a person with a glass of water.
A fucking glass of
Second
water.
level spell. Yeah.
I once saw John Wick kill 3 men in a bar with a pencil. A fucking pencil. Anyway, back to the whole thing here. So that is
Yeah,
your
my apologies.
official. No, that's fine. I'm just keeping us on track. The
Yeah,
first official. That's your actual official invite, story-wise, to the main campaign. Should you wish to take it up.
So what does
Hell
that
yeah.
mean exactly? I don't actually know what this
okay,
Main
so-
campaign is an 85 session game.
Well, hold on.
Side prize.
Let me explain.
Pouring that
So,
glass of
It's
water
an
in.
85 session campaign, and it's so good. And finally.
so
I'm just answering the
to
question.
be
Alright,
clear,
go ahead, Arcadum.
let me give
Sorry,
the
Arcadum.
full out of character spiel. So
Please,
there are
sorry.
2 centralized stories that I will be telling after the prologue is done. The 2 centralized stories are Otikata's Curse, which is a group that has already been slotted, and then the last slot is the Divine Wind, which is protecting, raising, and seeing the Emperor placed on his throne. At least that's the objective. Now, that slot is being offered to all the prologue groups, and for each group that can do it, they'll be put in a list, and then I will randomly roll to see who gets it. That's the full disclosure.
Wait, like a whole group, or is it like players are going to be randomly? Like,
No, the whole
shuffled
group.
in?
The whole group.
No,
And if-
like each of the
Oh,
prologue
okay.
groups.
Yeah,
so
each-
like
each
if
of the
all 5
prologue
of
groups.
us went in, it would be a D5 roll.
yeah, so like if every prologue group wanted to do it, I would roll a D5 to see who got the slot. And then if people couldn't do it, like it was a partial thing, then I would fill those other slots as I determined. But the idea behind it is that that's how it works. Now, to be absolutely clear, what he said is correct. The plan for these 2 main campaigns, and even though I call them main campaigns, it's not that those characters are any more important. It's just that they will have more story to tell.
They persist.
They're
Yeah.
imperative. All the other stories that I will be telling as we go along will be branching out from the actions of these two groups. Now, it's 85 sessions long, which is about a year and a half of play. It's a very hefty time commitment, and each chapter has approximately 20 sessions in it, and then the last chapter is 5 sessions that'll lead up to a big grand finale. So please consider that carefully as to whether or not you as a group would like to put your hats in the ring, so to speak.
Follow-up question: If say, like, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have time for that, and like, but Tori still exists. Is there a chance for players to come in as like, like a small guest or something at times? Or is it
Oh,
just
if you're
kind of
worried
like-
about that, every single character that's played can guest appearance.
Okay.
In fact, I'll explain further. I have centralized roleplay points that exist in the continent of Glies that will actually be where the all-encompassing like lore camera will be. So, for example, the first city is Belloc, the city of bells, which is where the Terran are from. That's like their main city. And it's a massive city, and just so everybody is aware, that is going to contain every single character that that you have seen in the
including
prologue.
All the prologue groups, the new ones coming
Yeah,
in.
like all the
main
prologue groups and all the groups that are coming through in chapter 1 will have access to that city. And that means that they'll be able to show up and you'll be able to roleplay with people completely. It's my replacement for my camp RP. So that means like, let's say for example, just as an example, like the Divine Wind group, let's say this group didn't get it and the Divine Wind group needed help learning about a special type of animal. Then they would go to the city and then they would find Tori, who is an animal expert, and then you would guest star and like I'd give you a bunch of lore to read off, and then you'd have this whole thing where they would go to normally speak to an NPC, they would instead speak to a PC.
Okay.
That's the whole
Gotcha.
objective, is that all of these different characters become like integral. Calling them guest stars, I guess, is the accurate term, but really they're just characters that are there. They're there because they're there. They're a part of the world. So even if you don't get in the main campaigns, doesn't mean you won't ever show up again. Like there's plenty of examples with this, and especially if you guys accept the Black Silver Syndicate's offer. Well, at any point that they would go to Belloc to deal with the Black Silver Syndicate, your characters might be there. as either enforcers or as lieutenants, and you'll also residually gain levels as the game goes on, like as time moves forward.
Mm-hmm.
So all that kind of stuff.
Only half our group say yes, the other half say no.
You got. Oh yeah, that's an important question. What if, like as a group, it's majority yes, but certain people can't do it.
Well,
Like say 4 out of 5 of us can do it.
then we have to have the very straightforward conversation of, if that's the case, then if you do get rolled, then I'll have to replace that person with someone else that can be there.
Okay.
And if that
Someone else
happens,
from another prologue group, maybe.
well, maybe. See, that's the thing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that yet. There's a part of me that wants to go, okay, here's how it's happening. Slaps table. This group.
So sorry, I kicked my mic. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Slaps table.
sorry.
A group gets signed up for. They're not able to do it, and then we need to replace them. Then I will ask who would like that slot across the board, and then everybody who says they want to, I'll put them on a separate list, and then I'll just randomly roll them.
Makes sense.
Monty. That's exactly what it was.
That's my character art for next season if I get I'm just joking.
So
Sorry.
that's the idea with that.
Okay. Cool.
But that's something that's, hopefully I won't have to do, because I would prefer to keep such groups together. But, I know that not everybody's going to be able to do it.
And we can think about this up until the point where our campaign ends, right?
Yeah, you basically have until then.
You guys already know my answer.
Yeah, something to
Yeah,
consider.
Sai's stepping aside, apparently. He doesn't...
Not you.
Dude, what a big balls play of Sai. Sai's like, can't do it. And I'm like, damn, Sai, whoa!
Okay, you got... I'm trying not to be fucking the overexcited kid in the room.
Too late. Just be the overexcited kid. Everyone knows.
Okay,
you're on
guys,
the-
let me be real. I fucking love this group. Tuesdays are the highlight of my week.
Oh, buddy. buddy. That's exciting. That's very exciting.
Question.
Yeah.
If, say, for some reason, like, everybody but one person is like, nah, like, I can't make the time, or, I don't know, like, Arcadum smells like beans or something and has to back out.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No one's
Sorry,
gonna
that
say
was a bit...
that.
That was a bit of affirmative.
That's just mean.
But like, like if say 4 people out of our group can't do it, would you take then the last person, or would you still have to randomly
Okay,
roll?
so this is the cruel reality of it all, and I don't want to put anyone in that position, but if a majority of the people can't do it, then I will not be able to accept that group as a rollable group.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
at that point, I would much rather have a group that's more together, that can play together, than one that I'm going to have to piecemeal. And I will explain my approach on that. The reason that I have to do that is that this group... See, the prologue groups were tests. The prologue group was... I think I need to explain this a little bit more, because there's some people in chat talking about stuff they don't understand. So I make this a big,
Go for it,
wide,
mate.
sweeping explanation.
Please, yeah, absolutely.
The reason that Otikata's curse was done in the way that it was is because I wanted there to be a chance for any of the newer groups that were signed up after a certain point to have an equal chance to be in one of the main campaigns. And to be clear, I specifically spoke to a lot of different groups, not just the VTuber group. But the VTuber group was the first one that said yes, and to a degree that felt more solid than the others. Now, there's of course going to be people that disagree with me, but I don't care. Go build your own fucking massive world.
It's
and
your
get
choice.
everybody
It's
to-
your show.
So,
It's your show.
The point is that they did that. So,
Yeah, fuck
Go on,
you,
go on.
Chad.
so there's that.
Whoa. No, I'm not saying that.
And that's what happened with that.
Right.
But there is also the addition that I'm gonna take a gamble no matter what. But Otikata's curse has more points in it where I could switch in and out characters. It just has more opportunities for that. So it's actually more resistant to people like flaking out. So I can handle losing some characters to a greater
Divine
degree.
Wind is very important.
Letting new
in
players
Otikata's
go for the
curse.
big time is never a bad
Yeah,
gamble.
and like it's more resistant to that basically. So I can switch
yeah.
people in and out easier in that group. So I was more willing to gamble on new people I'd never played with before. But the Divine Wind is very tight knit by its very definition, because one of the things is that you will be raising the Emperor, and the person that they turn out to be will be
Yeah.
based off the characters that are there.
Oh
course.
God, he's
So-
gonna be horrible.
So
So good.
So the
Oh,
idea,
God.
so
That's awesome.
and
That's
and,
really
then, and
cool.
then if you succeed, that emperor will be placed on the throne, and then the outlook of Glies will be changed based off of your influence. Like it's going to have rippling effects. But anyway,
Y'all,
the point
you
is
also wanna make
that
sure you have like a group that is
Oh
actually
my God, dude.
together.
well,
for
that's
that,
the
you know?
idea. Is that the divine
Yeah.
wind needed to be even more tighter knit than Otikata's curse. So in
Yeah,
order
absolutely.
to compensate for that, I
Yeah.
decided I would wait until after the prologue groups were done, or at least have played a while before I offered them the invite. And the only non-prologue group that I officially invited was OTV, and that was because they're already a tight-knit group, and I can
Of course.
be more dependent
Yeah, they
on
already
them.
know
And
each
I know
other
some
pretty well.
people are gonna freak out. What happened last time? And I'm like, well, that's true, with the exception that the person who, like Lily Pichu, handpicked the people this time. So
Right.
Yeah.
and I trust that she has the ability to make those decisions. So,
Well,
all
and
in all-
also, I hate to interrupt because I also, I know people are very passionate, when it comes to your community and things like that. But I also just want to like toss out like we've all run like D&D shows, so like
Yeah, we all know.
like fucking just like trust it, like Arcadum, you're very good and you've been doing this shit for a while, so like there's, for me personally, it's like whatever you decide is, I know you're doing it for the best of the world and the best of your community and the best of D&D. So to have people like even question it or be like, I don't know if that's the right thing, I just think that's really I get really worked up
Yeah,
about
I
this.
mean,
think
at the end of the day, it isn't
Yeah.
their choice anyway.
yeah.
I
trust Arcadum,
yeah.
100%. Yeah. So sorry.
no,
But
no,
yeah,
no,
go
and
on.
then thanks for that. It's just, I want to. There's just some people will just say some shit like, "Oh, he didn't do the same
Yeah,
for
yeah.
these people." It's like you don't know, because not everything happens on stream.
Well,
That's
you're
just
also
what
Yeah.
doing what's
happens.
best.
Well,
You're doing what's best for the world and the narrative as well. So obviously, you're gonna do what's best for the campaign and the world in general. You're not just gonna just roll a random dice, because let's face it, like you can obviously get whoever the fuck you want to play whoever the fuck you want. So like you are already gonna set everything in motion the way it needs to be motion. You already know what the hell you need to do. So to question you on that is just, it's silly. And
Yeah,
I think
so-
people should trust you on that. So
The people saying it are kids. And what we say here is, fuck them kids.
True.
Fuck them kids.
sorry. Anyways,
Anyway, so-
after
I
our
apologize.
scene with the kid,
Past all of
raising
that,
the emperor would be great.
past all of that,
Oh my God.
there's also
Yes.
other games that I'm percolating on the side that I might bring out if I have enough time, because there's one other game that was also discovered, and there's a couple more that I have planned. So there might even be other attempts for the prologue groups to get to play again. But the entire
Fight of the Nightwolf season 2.
but the entire
Are you
yeah, what's
main
up?
group.
are you DMing like after prologue? Are you DMing 2 campaigns?
Well, okay, so
Primary.
what I'm doing
Primary,
is there's 2
gotcha.
primary campaigns, and there's 3 other slots that will
Yeah, I'm
intercede
gonna show
with
you guys the list.
that will intercede with 10 episode campaigns. See, because last time I destroyed myself nearly completely because I ran 9 games a week.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I didn't want to do that, so I ran 5 games a week, but I shortened the campaign lengths so that I could run more for more people in general.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, so that was my... And I also wanted to experiment with this trunk and branch storytelling structure for the Living World, because the last thing I did was everybody was like in a fucking twisted vine, and that's great and all, but it also led to a lot of confusion. So I think this time it'll just be easier to consume for everybody, and I'm just going to try it out.
So
But
you have the shorter,
it's a
like,
journey.
10-session campaigns that are, like, the supporting to the big, like, pillar
Yeah.
one.
yeah, supporting and also adding something very important, which is like grounding the campaign. Like, it's a very real thing when you see what the stakes are for the main campaign, when you see the effects that the actions that they take are actually replicated in the other shorter campaigns. Like, you get to see the actual influence and all that. So, and that's something I really enjoy doing, is showing
Yeah.
that. So, but anyway, that is your official
DM's
invite.
talking about D&D shit. Yeah, no, it's all
Yeah,
good.
that's your official
Very cool, very
invite
cool.
to the main campaign.
Also, I know because of the 10-session thing, I know some of you guys kind of wanted a slower burn campaign. This is it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, year and a half gives you a lot of flesh room.
Lots of
Mhm.
burn, lots of burn.
There's just a lot of
Wait,
species, man.
this is a wait. Sorry, can you repeat
That's
that?
this is I mean it's a you were I remember us talking about like, oh, the 10 sessions kind of feels like we're just pushed from one thing to the other, but like a year and a half of play, this is the slow burn campaign.
This is slow paced.
No.
The 85
The
session.
85
I mean,
session one.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if we
okay.
take this, we have the breathing room.
We can explore the world. We
Oh,
can explore the story. We can
okay.
explore
Mo-
everything.
Monty's
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
shovel.
Chuba?
But yeah, so more
Cool.
to what is relevant to what's happening right now. You have to
Please,
deal
yes.
with what is happening to Okogi. And so
Yep.
now I will explain your options that you have out of character and what I will be preparing for your last 3 episodes. And that is what path you take to handle the captain. Now, there are many different things that you can do. Word has already been sent to Alexandria. So, you can attempt to gather money and aid in order to pay for not just troops, but more importantly, adventurers from Alexandria to join you to help pad up the forces, and you can choose to stand your ground against the captain and the Eclipse soldiers. Because while Lime Drop was right, for the most part in his belief, there's a couple of things he didn't know, and that was that the whole point of having a bunch of adventurers on your side is that they are exceptions to most rules. So, what that means is that you can gamble your lives and take your stand against the Eclipse and the captain and fight it in its full strength. So you will take on an actual battalion of Eclipse. But you will be aided by not just yourselves, but by other adventurers, which I will randomly generate from my lists, from Alexandria. That one is going to be... Man, that's going to be a horde fight from hell, let me tell you. But that is a way that you can deal with it. The second option is that you fight the captain on your own and put your lives directly on the line with what Lime Drop suggested. So there's his path. And the third option, presented to you by Zia, is that previously before, as you were discussing, can we get these people to leave? Can we escape? Well, the Black Silver Syndicate specializes in moving people in secret across Glies. So, you could therefore look for a new home for them, clear it out of any dangers, and build a new village for them somewhere else.
Can I pitch something to the group? Are those the 3 options?
Those are the 3 main options, but if you have other ones that you want to do, I, of course,
Oh,
will
no.
adapt.
Oh no,
Yeah,
the third one's
pitch it.
really good. So
Pitch it,
here,
dude.
here's what I'm thinking. So okay, how long would it take to actually? I guess it's not going to take as long as because the captain's coming in like
You have
6
one
hours,
day.
right? One day. Can we
24
evacuate
hours.
a village in one day?
And 24 hours with the Black Silver Syndicate helping you, yes.
So I say we do both. We evacuate the village, and then after the village has been evacuated, we meet the captain at the bridge with our own terms, which is fight us here and now. If we defeat you, you leave essentially. But if you are successful, or if you're successful and you beat us, well then the village is already yours. No needless suffering. Your honor has been satisfied because we are the ones that killed the lieutenant, so we will have received our quote unquote just execution. And I feel like that's a good way so that the village is safe and we, no matter what happens in the grand scheme of things, even if we die in combat, we win. The village is
In
safe.
a way, yeah.
There's only one
Side
error to that
counter.
outlook, is
Oh,
that
please.
they need a place to go, and your
Yeah.
intervention means that you will be able to make the place they find safe.
Yeah.
We
that's
could
true.
send them to Alexandria. I mean, it's a huge city. Like,
It is, but displacing an entire village and sending them to Alexandria is not providing them a place to live because they will
I
have
mean,
to wait in line, camp outside.
Okay.
then
well, I mean,
process.
temporarily maybe while we fight.
Also,
and
the
then-
people have no money, so
Yeah.
Right.
or they have
So
very
let me-
little, I should say.
Let me ask this: if we were to go about that plan, what would the syndicate be able? Would the syndicate even have an interest in doing that? If we're not,
That
if
is
we don't
correct,
survive the fight,
because they
Yeah.
would therefore be able to use the village to their own means, such as spy on the eclipse, sabotage it, and essentially create clandestine options. Also, this will be completely straightforward with you because there is a fellow
Please.
changeling in the party. They intend to use it to drug run. The village will not
Yeah.
be will not be wasted,
obviously,
which
yeah,
will be the
absolutely.
cost
So-
for them to evacuate the people safely into a place they can build anew, is that they will profit off of it. Remember,
Oh.
they are neutral.
Go on, Joe.
Counterpoint to your plan, Brett. I do like evacuating the city, but what do we have that the captain will want to follow through with that deal of like, oh, if we defeat you, here's our terms. Like, what do we have?
I feel like
think
Rin.
that if we defeat the captain, from my understanding, and Arcadum could correct me if this is incorrect, but the lieutenant was the leader of one camp. From my understanding, the captain is the leader of the entire battalion over here. So if he dies, that's cutting the head off the snake, and they're likely to flee.
See, and I think that's the way that Rin's also, like, no matter what we decide, whether it be like, evacuate the village, not evacuate the village, I think Rin would want to fight the captain on the bridge, the terms that were given, because even if we flee the village and escape ourselves, they're just going to hunt us down for. And keep in mind the way that Rin's thinking of this, he's thinking it as like, people, samurai and people who fight blindly and understand honor.
Oh no,
that
you don't. You don't have to
yeah.
justify yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea is we have to kill the captain tomorrow. If we don't, they're
Right.
just going to hunt us down. They're going to torture the village no matter where we move them, and they're going to look at us even more dishonorably and are going to, just the fact that they're willing to spend resources to cause the village to suffer in Rin's eyes is enough to be like, all right, we got to nip this in the bud, because they're trying to say blah 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 honor so that people we can make an example, and that's a waste of resources. But more importantly, if they're willing to do that, they're willing to do stupider things like hunt the village down to prove a point. So we need to like kill
Right,
him
which is why like I don't know how the cut the head off the snake thing, how
Be right back,
sound that
bathroom.
plan is.
Well,
It's-
I
I
think
think
the
it's-
thing is we can do both. What we should do is we should evacuate the village. We fight the captain on the bridge. If we start losing,
Yeah,
we
but-
can retreat.
No, for sure.
But
like,
Arcadum said that we can't do that because we have to be there to actually like defend the
Exactly.
village as we're moving.
Well,
on. We have
yeah,
one
if
option
he
or the other.
shows
We
up-
cannot do both. Is basically.
Right.
Well,
Where
we
the-
could.
Hold on, I heard something
think-
as we're walking away. You can make augmentations to the options that I gave you
Okay.
guys.
right.
I was just
I think
spelling out what the
I
three
think
main options that I've
Here's-
already prepared are.
I also get it, because it's like,
also
if we
one more
evacu-
thing.
Yes.
The head off the snake idea works, but not because it would disorganize the military. The
No.
Eclipse are a professional military. It would
This is
remove
specific.
the
This is specifically
personal
to get rid of the
vendetta
petty guy.
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
captain,
yeah,
because
yeah.
he'd be dead.
This
I'll be
is to
back.
settle that vendetta. If the captain is willing to like torture an entire village to quote unquote fulfill a vendetta, I'm not saying let's kill the captain and disorganize the military. We're not going to
Okay.
disorganize that. There's no way we're going to stop that today.
I have a potential plan.
Okay.
So, sort of like a combination of multiple plans. We have the Black Silver Syndicate escort the people somewhere. Like hold them for a temporary amount of time. If we defeat the captain, then the village is safe and they can come back. If we somehow lose, then we can work with the Black Silver Syndicate to make a safe place for the people of Akogi to continue living.
I
Okay.
feel like the problem with that, what Arcadum was saying, is that if we already have them evacuate the village and then we go to fight the captain, I feel the Syndicate would not be on board, because we would not be there to actually take part of that. They would have no interest in it
Yeah,
at
we'd
that
be
point in
dead, I
time.
guess.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if
we do
we
have
are
to
to fight
account
the
for the worst
captain,
case scenario.
exactly. So I feel like if we do fight the captain, the village has to unfortunately stay where it is.
Well, we could also let like we don't have to evacuate maybe the entire village, but if we have the means to get people out before the captain arrives, we could just say,
Yeah,
hey,
even if it's your safety
if you want to go, take a take this caravan to Alexandria that the Black Silver Syndicate is providing,
So-
and if you want to stand, then stand.
Here's a sneaky pitch that I think would be interesting to get the Black Syndicate involved. We fight the captain. We don't evacuate the village. And if it looks like we're losing and we can distract enough troops, what if the Syndicate at that point gets involved to at least like stop the troops essentially, so that they could at least they could. I mean, at that point we're just like, why don't you just either be sneaky or essentially just jump the troops at that point in time. If it looks like we're gonna die anyways, we go down in a blaze of glory essentially, so that they can still get their village. Is what I'm thinking. I'm saying it out loud. It sounds a little stupid, but I'm trying to figure out like
I'm more of the line
Yeah.
where I'd rather be chased by the. If we could only evacuate the village, and have that, I'd rather be chased by the captain and live to fight another day. Only because we'd have the backing of a much stronger syndicate. I think the thing is, the loss of us losing, which I don't think we'd die. I think we'd run if things became really that desperate.
Right, but then the village is fucked if we
The
run.
village
That's
is
the
fucked.
problem.
I think in most scenarios, the village itself is fucked.
Except
Yeah.
if we fight the captain and win, I feel like that's the
That's
only
an if.
scenario.
I don't
If.
think we can rely on ifs.
That's why I think we get the villagers out of there. That way,
Do you think
they
do you
survive.
think we would have another chance
I'm
with the
back.
captain if we did that? If we did
Welcome
that
back.
though, because like,
Yes.
but
I
would
think
we
so.
have like a fair fight like we're doing right now, where it's just us versus the captain?
Oh,
I feel like
probably not.
Yeah, if we turn this down, I don't know. Is this if
we work
'cause
with
I
the
feel-
syndicate to make sure that we?
Yeah, that's
we-
that's
if
what the
we-
syndicate is for.
Yeah.
Our whole point of a syndicate will be able to give us information. Like they could probably smuggle us into a point where we can attack the captain on an unfair advantage.
The-
Fuck honor. Let's kill.
See,
Let's kill it on
well,
our terms.
The thing is, I think the fear behind how the eclipse higher ups work is if we continue to deceive them in such a way, like we killed their lieutenant, they thought it was dishonorable, yada yada.
Mhm.
If we did the same thing to the captain, they're not going to give us any more leeway. They
Well,
will chase
I
us
think the
without
difference
passion,
is that
with fiery passion.
from what Lime Drop said, is he's convincing the captain to challenge us to a straight up fight. And that
Yeah.
would be seen as honorable because it would be the captain's choice to
Exactly.
fight us instead of conquer the village.
But
And-
if we're turning down those terms again, they're never going to look at us. They're kind of look at us as like wherever we go, we're gonna endanger. We are absolutely going to
Yeah, I
endanger.
mean,
the
I
lives.
just say we
Do
fight
you-
and win. Losing isn't an
Okay.
option.
Do you
That's what I'm thinking.
do you trust the captain with that then?
With what that
With that he will hold to that even after we did like
Okay.
one kind of dirty fight already.
Rin, I feel like Rin would trust the captain in the sense that Rin genuinely believes people are blinded by their honor. So the fact that this is brought up and that there's already like, glorious combat and honor and yada yada has already been brought up, Rin believes that like it has to be that, like he's not going to lie or turn that down, because if he does lie or turn that down, we retreat. We know we're dealing with a dishonorable enemy that doesn't even believe in their own honorable concepts, and we were fucked to begin with at that point, is the way I think.
I'm back, by the way.
What
What do you
look at it.
Welcome back.
what do you think, Monty? You haven't
I-
said much.
Completely zoned out. I'm gonna just defect to you guys, because either way, like if it goes south, Tori's running away. Like if you guys all die, Tori's fucking.
Oh yeah,
off.
yeah. Like
He has-
the thing
we'll
though,
has-
run.
Like
We'll fucking
Tori-
run if we have
Tori-
to. Yeah.
Tori's willing to help, but she has absolutely no foot in the honor system of this country
Same.
at all.
then
so
that's why we have to evacuate them. Like
Tori would definitely be on the evacuation. Monty wants to fight the captain, but Tori would
Okay,
probably lean more
so-
towards
Yeah.
migration.
Okay.
the thing is, if we
but-
run, the villagers are dead. They're dead.
All right,
Like,
should we have a vote then?
any
Yeah,
character,
yeah.
Well,
let's
I
do
think
it.
we can do sort of both. We can evacuate who we can, and then we can fight.
To clarify, Rin isn't doing this over a sake of honor. Rin's doing this because he believes that the captain is stupid enough to quote unquote fight with honor, that he will just fight us on alone with us, and
Oh.
he will absolutely wants to take advantage of that.
Well, Sunder's doing this because he wants to fight
because
one
of honor,
guy.
exactly.
Because of
exactly.
honor, he
The-
wants to take the fight off of the villagers' back.
The
But
thing
Rin
about
also-
that though is if
Yeah.
if we go into this fight and we work out that he is too much for us to handle, we can't retreat, or we can
No, we
lose
can't.
every villager. So that
Yeah,
means
it's
I think
if we fight, it's a do or die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we do.
Ren is prepared to do or die.
Death or
Ren's.
glory.
Yeah,
Will we-
Ren's prepared to do or die.
This is kind of a hopeful question. Are we going to level up before this fight potentially, or is it just? Because I remember when we started with session 0, we were supposed to be at level 6, and we're only level 4. So I just don't know if that's something that's going to happen or not. Because that would definitely,
I
change
trust
the
Arcadum to
game.
rebalance proper.
Well, yeah,
accordingly.
I assume so. I just don't know if that's like.
We won't be going into an insta-die fight for sure.
No,
It'll be
I don't
hard.
know.
Like I'm not
No,
doubting it'll be hard.
I assume.
I mean,
the
it might be
encounter's
instant
gonna rebalance
die.
to our level, but just so we had more resources like spells and stuff.
I'm
potentially that could be
definitely
Okay.
not
idea.
going in with a rebalance in mind,
Let's-
but Ren would still go for it.
Let's do it in
I mean-
character. Let's see what our characters would say in character,
Yeah.
I think, and then we can play off that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I assume the session was over because we haven't been.
No?
talking in
Oh
character
no,
for
no,
so
we still got.
long.
We got 30
Oh.
minutes left.
Oh.
Looks
okay.
at
Very weird.
Arcadum. We got 30 minutes left. Arcadum's like,
This-
To be
"Bro, let's
clear-
say anything."
This
be
felt
clear.
like an after-session conversation. That
No.
didn't-
This was just a conversation that is more efficient out of character. You guys can
Yes.
talk about it in character as well. I just wanted everybody to know
What their options
what
would
the
be.
options were. How you go about it is completely up to you.
All right.
I'm just watching.
I'm putting my money on evacuate as many people as we can, fight the captain.
I'm
My
all for
vote-
evacuation.
Yeah, my vote is also primarily evacuation and not dividing our attention.
Oh no, Tori.
What?
Buddy, I'm so
What?
sorry.
What?
I'm down to fight the captain, which means it's a split vote and you're the tiebreaker.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Monty.
God, why do you have to? This is why I don't play games that make me do choices because I have to make
Sorry,
choices in my life.
buddy.
We can
Okay.
See
evacuate
which one's
them
the paragon
and-
choice.
I think
Fight the
if we're evacuating people, we evacuate children or the elderly or whoever.
Yeah,
Oh,
evacuate
why?
those who are most like at risk, like elderly children.
Oh,
Keep
like
the
Ren,
able-bodied people.
Ren
and we fight.
absolutely. Yeah, Ren absolutely wants to evacuate the people if the Syndicate will help out with that.
I will say.
I just don't think the Syndicate's going to help if we are committing to the fight. And
I
Ren
say-
would
Okay.
absolutely want to commit to the fight.
Arcadum, question.
Oh.
If we choose to fight the captain, like, alone, will the Syndicate help getting, like, some people out of the village? People who, like, are elderly or who want to leave because they're at risk.
So the idea here is that, I mean, they will. Well, how can I explain this?
No, fuck them kids.
They're already going to be evacuating. Period.
Oh, okay.
If you go to fight them,
No.
because the idea is that if you choose to fight the captain, then that means whether or not they survive is going to be based off of you. If you succeed, then they come back, or at least the elderly and the children. If you fail, then the elderly and children are gone and the adults are left behind.
Oh, so if we literally don't take the option to evacuate everybody, they're just gonna die no matter what.
Well, it's not
Not
that
die,
they'll.
but they
It's,
can be
no. It's
summoned
not
in.
that they'll die no matter what. It's that they're not going to stand there and wait. They're going to do things.
Yeah.
The Black Syndicate helping you means that professional, like smugglers and transport people, will be called in to assist you to actually get these people out of here and avoid Eclipse patrols. But the cost of them doing that is the village.
Giving the Eclipse the village.
Right.
No. The Black Silver Syndicate, the village.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
going to be turned into a drug one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So really, it's if we fail the fight, the people won't die. They'll just become under the kind of the watch of the Eclipse. We lose the people. We lose our chance to get the people out of there for good. Which that's why I'm on that side, because we can always fight the captain another day. We can't get the villagers out there another day if we fail.
Them being under the Eclipse will involve most of them dying.
Right.
I don't believe we
Yeah,
can
that-
fight the captain in this advantageous of a position. Is I think Ren's logic.
This
Okay.
is our best chance to fight him.
This is our best chance to actually kill him.
When he's coming to
Otherwise-
our
Why do you
turf
think
to
that?
offer a challenge.
Because he's challenging us, and if we turn down the challenge, he will not offer a second challenge. He will send an army that he will lead. And if we are to kill the captain, it
Yeah.
will have to be through either espionage or through a big army combat that will cost even more lives.
I'd go with Lime Drop's option that he offered. Fight the captain to avoid fighting the army.
Look, samurais are silly.
We
It's-
are.
it's lo- so
That
if they-
logic though is that if we
Yeah.
lose,
Mhm.
we're fucking over the entire village. Just to
I
go
mean,
and-
let's just.
I made my vote.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
also
put it to a
sticking by
vote.
my-
Let's
yeah,
decision
I'm also
time.
sticking by my vote. Yeah.
You should do it in character.
Yeah, let's do it in character.
I say we put all hands on evacuating the city. It is the best chance of survival for everyone here.
Rin looks out the window.
Okay.
Don't say it.
Don't say what. I love the moon. There's no moon right now. There's nothing to love. Looks at sky. Rin absolutely just like turns around and looks over to you guys, and it's just. I think it's at this point where Rin would be like,
Well, can't we just evacuate the village and fight the captain?
looking at Shushu.
Ciesio will lean forward and say, Ciesio can bring in who they can, but Ciesio will kind of scratch the side of her neck.
Is that just like the end of what's
Well,
being said?
No, she's thinking.
Oh, okay, just making sure. I
And then
didn't know
she'll
if I-
say, the problem is, we would have to leave now. That's the problem, mate. We'd have to leave right now. And if you'd stay behind, you wouldn't have any support. You wouldn't have any of the supplies that they have. You'd fight them on your own strength.
I mean, the captain did challenge us, and if there's one thing I know about honorable samurai,
looking over at Sunder.
this is probably a man of his word. More importantly, I'm very concerned about the tenacity this captain has for the fate of this village and the villagers. Seems to be very upset that we've killed the lieutenant to the point where he wants to punish people that weren't even involved, slow and painfully, not even efficiently. This captain needs to be stopped. This might be the best chance to do it.
I agree.
That's so Rin looks over and with a reluctant gasp just says,
I think we should evacuate who we can, but stay and fight to atone for our misdeeds the captain seems to have pinned on us.
It's like the messenger said. If we fight the captain, the village is saved.
That's only
I
if we win.
can't allow these. We have to take that chance, Hex.
Well, hold on. The chance you're taking is you're risking people's lives. If you want to fight, you are risking people's lives. I'm okay with doing that if you are aware of that. You are putting every single life behind your skill. Bear in mind, that one fella, the lieutenant, individually, he would have fucked each of us up.
right
This
nods.
captain's going to be a lot better.
And we'll fight him together.
But why do we have to fight him now? We get the people out of there. They're not a risk. We can go and take the risk however we like. What if we get the people out of there, we lose all access to their help, we stay behind, we fight, but we have a contingency to run?
Rin, I think, would look up at Hex because usually Rin sides with Hex a lot on these things. No offense to Sunder, but I feel like Rin being on the same side of Sunder does let him like question a little bit, at least to ask. So Rin walks up to Hex
And says, but you heard what that messenger said? That the captain is deemed us guilty to the point where he's going to punish this village. If we evacuate them and move them somewhere else, what's not to say the captain will divert all of his resources to ensuring that this village suffers, that this village perishes. I mean, the captain's already not thinking too clearly. Wouldn't this cause more suffering for them in the long run?
No, I don't think so. 2 reasons why. One, the Syndicate are professionals. They're clearly, if they're willing to run drugs under the Eclipse's nose, after the Eclipse takes over it, I don't think that's just ballsy confidence. I think it's because they know what they're doing. They know the land.
And perhaps I
On
could
the
add a
other
little
hand
bit
of
to
things-
that. If we take
Yeah.
all these people out of here, then the reason why I can't just take all the people out of here while you fight the big and Huppenwethen is because, well, to be completely honest, we're gonna need the time to change this village into a black silver place. We got to put up signs. We got to make it convincing, right? So whenever they come back around the corner, we say, "Hey, this is Black Silverton, Syndicate territory," and there is, as I said, a tumultuous pace between us. So that's how we get them to leave the village alone. But the people can't be here because nobody's going to believe that we own this town if there's a bunch of civilians running around.
Yeah.
I think Rin is silent for a moment, and we'll look over at Choo Choo, and just look forward with a gaze.
Can you ensure the protection of these people if they are underneath you?
I can ensure that I can get them to where they're going, but we don't build villages for people.
He shakes his head.
Haruko will cross his arms and lean against the wall. We are wasting time. I feel most of our minds have already been made up.
That's just one
Back and
thing
forth
that-
arguing is
Rin
taking up
shakes
precious
his
time.
Rin shakes his head.
This isn't an argument. I need more facts. I
I've got an
need to
idea.
just.
No. He looks over at Hex and just says,
Could you provide at least some sort of protection for these people? If you could do that, I would feel better leaving this place behind, not engaging with the captain. I'm already worried about these villagers' lives. We'll build the village, but we need the muscle.
I have a piece to say.
As do I.
Well, I'll go first. My piece is this. The more we let the Eclipse run around this land, the worse things are going to get. The mists, the death, the bloodshed, everything. The more we let evil men run about and do what they want, if not here, they'll go somewhere else. More people will suffer.
Yeah, but
our-
not these people.
Our
One
Arcadum.
idea.
Just
go.
to clarify, sorry, I hate to interrupt, but this actually will this will actually like flip
No, no, go.
Rin. Yeah. Arcadum, I guess what Rin's trying to figure out is he doesn't need them to build the village, but he does need some sort of like
Yeah, I heard
protection
you
for
starting up
them.
to speak there, Monty.
Sorry, just making sure. Sorry.
Go ahead, Brett.
No, that's it. That's it. I just wanted. I just. It's more like he's not looking for them to build a village, but he's looking for some kind of protection for these people while they're being smuggled out, or at least even after the fact. That's what
Right.
he's just trying-
I think what she's saying though is that like if they escort, we're not going to get any help from them because they're busy escorting them.
And
But
also,
if we escort them, then they can like take this town for themselves and possibly hold back.
Okay.
That's our
Go on,
choice.
Joe. Go on, Joe.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Hex and then Monty.
What if we work with the Syndicate to make it look like the villagers are mostly dead? And we have it so we make a false story. We take the corpses of the villagers that have already died now. We leave them in the village. When the Eclipse come, the Syndicate say they did partially a favor. They slipped in, they took down a bunch of the villagers. They would have no reason to go after the villagers if they think they're dead. We fight the captain. We act devastated by the fucking Syndicate. We are their greatest enemies. We hate them. They don't see us working together.
You know, Shose will start. Oh, actually, before that, Monty, what do you want to say?
It won't stop. Even if we move them somewhere else, usually for animals that works. But that only works if the enemy is an animal. And this enemy is more than an animal. It's a force. I thought migrating would be best. But in truth, it would only buy us time if we even have that much time to have. It's like wolves. There's too many of them. They'll just eat everything in their path and then eat themselves eventually. It just doesn't stop. I
Over to Tori.
only know animals. That's all I've known. To be honest, this has been quite the learning curve for me. And I'm not keen, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice now that I've mingled with you. I think we have to cut off the head. I think we have to fight this captain, live or die.
And with that, Rin
Thunder
will,
nods.
yeah, Rin will nod as well and just say, I think Rin was about to change his mind about it.
Even if we do move them, what excuse could be made to take them over again? There's still a loose end. They still need to be tied up.
No, you won't.
I
You-
agree.
We've been outvoted. We'll just go known into this that if we lose, they're dead. That's on us.
I
Then
turn
it's up to us to
towards-
win.
Very well.
I turn towards is Zazie, right? I may say it wrong.
Zuzia.
Zuzia. I turn to Zuzia and go, if we die, the only favor I can ask of you is that perhaps in our dying breath you try and save some people if they need it. Whether you take them into the fold or what have you. That's the only thing I can ask. I can't request it.
I'll do what I can. Women, children, elderly. Whatever I can.
All right.
Rin takes a deep breath.
Well then, let's get ready.
This will be a hard fight. There'll be no room for cowardice.
I'm gonna need my dog.
We're gonna need a lot of fucking
All right,
things.
and
This is
so-
gonna be very tough.
And so the party has made their choice. You shall face the captain on the following dawn. The time in between, you have a chance to work upon the village, to prepare your minds and your bodies, and reflect on all that has happened up to this point. I grant you all level 5.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Quick question, Arcadum,
Yeah.
with spells. How much do you care about components for spells?
Only
In terms
only the really expensive ones.
Okay. We don't have any money, do we?
You got paid a little bit.
You got some. You got some money.
I spent
Alright,
25 gold on silver powder, and I was like, "Goodbye, my friend."
Question. Can are the villagers like shopkeepers still open to us? I wanted to get armor from
Yeah,
Opa.
and get some armor. That's fine. Any mundane gear you'd like, the villagers will offer to you free of charge.
Healing potions, things like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say potions.
Well,
as well.
that's not mundane, but
All
no
right then.
worries, no worries about that. They will offer your. They will, however, give those anyway. There are 4 lesser.
Thank you.
There are 4 normal healing potions, and Cecilia, as an act of good faith, will grant you 2 greater healing potions from her own personal stores.
Well,
That's not a good thing. That means this is gonna be a tough
In
fight.
addition to that, the Nightwolf will also lend Sunder his weapon once again.
Oh, we are fucked. Well, we are
shit.
fucked. I see. Okay, so we've chosen death.
Oh, I knew that from the beginning.
God,
Oh, I know
need
you did. I know you
200
did.
Gold.
Here's the thing: Rin almost changed his mind because as Hex was explaining it, Rin was totally about to be like, "You know what? You're right. If we can just at least protect these people, let's fucking get out of here. If you think that's what we do." But the moment Tori literally brought up the thing that Rin was echoing in the back of his mind the entire time, that's where Rin was like, "No, we gotta fight." That's absolutely true.
I try
got
to.
it.
It's really hard to think about this through the lens of like all I know is animals. How can I compare this? And I'm just like wolves. Like when wolves blast out of control, like if something doesn't cut it down, they'll just eat everything and then just waste away. It's very
Sweet.
sad.
Arcadum, I don't know if you saw, I am unavailable next Tuesday because I will be on vacation. I'll be on internet
time
vacation
to
for a week.
speak about
Yes.
that. So,
Yes.
the plan for your next few episodes was to account for any decision that you would have made. My prediction is that the fight will take 2 sessions to finish. It is possible we could do it in one longer session, and then we can do an epilogue episode to round things out. So the problem with that is that
Okay.
chapter 1 starts in mid-June, and since we missed a session, we're kind of off
2
the
sessions,
kilter.
I think.
2 sessions,
I-
excuse me. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not accusatory. That's fine. It happens. Not a problem. The thing is that I may have to. I may have to razzle this dazzle. So, what I did for Into the Mists is I offered to run. I ran 3 sessions of theirs this week. The last one coming up tomorrow, and then their campaign will be finished out. I can do the same thing for this campaign. I can run more than 1 session in the time leading up to next Tuesday, which is the 8th, if you wish. I know that you have a similar schedule to mine, Brett, but perhaps we can find some
Sure, we can
mid
figure
ground,
something out.
because tomorrow I have Into the Mists, and then after that I have an offline session 0 with the VTuber group to finish preparations for their game start. Thursday I am doing some Callous Row investigation, but I will be available to run a game on that day if necessary, so we could shoot for Thursday. My time is adjustable.
Thursday's the only day Brett can't do.
Thursday is
Yep.
my big. Yeah, that's the one I'm not going to be available.
Is
for.
that
Are
your-
you available?
Is that your big one?
That's my big. That's my
Okay.
my 3 to midnight. What's your What's everyone's Sunday looking?
My
like?
Sunday
got-
can be
I don't know.
open past 3 p.m. CST.
Like Joe, what's your
My
would
show
you
starts at 2 p.m. CST and goes on for about 3 to 4 hours.
what about an evening session?
I'll have to shut it down. Unfortunately, I'm not available Sundays.
Oh,
All right,
gotcha,
all right.
gotcha.
Can't do Sundays. How
Can we do? You mentioned a longer session. Would people be down for a longer session in a couple of weeks to do the battle? Or
I mean, look, if we have to do that, we have to do that. But it will put
Right.
you out of sync with the timeline for the
How about
main
next
groups
Monday?
activating.
When next Monday? Is that good?
no, I mean I'll be gone all week. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Oh, you start your thing in a week. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. If I need to sit out and you want to control me as an NPC, feel
Well,
free.
I don't want to do
That's-
that during the big fight. So that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna risk your death
Yeah.
doing it.
all right. That's fine.
Like
If we
our
have
final boss.
if we have to go out of sync for the timeline, then we have to go out of sync.
Should we throw a bunch of our times where we're available throughout this week and stuff?
I'm available all like.
What about
basically, I can
Friday?
make time.
What about Friday before Callous Row, and I can even
I can do Friday.
Yeah.
I can-
Yeah.
This coming Friday?
Yeah, so
Aye.
the 4th.
Ooh, that's my birthday. So
hey, you'll get
No,
a
no,
free
no, no.
20.
I have plans, unfortunately,
understand.
because it is my
Okay.
birthday.
The-
I
the-
feel
the
what time?
next
What time though?
available-
What time though? What time would that be though? Pacific Standard Time.
The
though.
only thing I have to do on Fridays is I have Callous Row, which starts at 8 and goes to 12. If I have to, that is a session I can miss of Callous Row. If I have to run D&D, because it does have higher
The-
priority, and it is it is an additional preparatory session. So
The only
8
other
a.m. to
pitch.
12 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 12 p.m.
8 p.m. to midnight is when Callous Row happens. CST.
That would
Okay.
be 6 to 10 Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could do before, I
That's-
could do after,
mm.
or I can even do during that. Honestly, I will open my Friday completely.
God, why did I have to be born?
Yikes.
Jesus.
Yikes. I can also pitch tomorrow after 9 p.m.
I could do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
I
could
can do a
any of
late. I
those.
could do a late night Wednesday if people would be. The only thing I worry about, of course, is Joe because Joe is UK boy, so that's I know
No, I
that
don't
would
care.
be.
I can do Sunday, Monday. That's probably the only 2 days this coming week that are available.
I can
for
actually
me.
do Monday.
But
Cannot do
Brett's
Monday.
not gonna be here
I'll-
Monday.
I'll be
Oh,
on Monday.
never mind.
I'm really sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Just kidding.
all right,
Yeah,
and so you won't be here next Tuesday, okay? How about Jesus Christ?
I'm sorry, guys.
Is it this
When
coming
you get- when
Tuesday
you
or the
back-
following Tuesday?
When did you get back from holiday?
He's gonna be gone the 8th.
All right, how about this?
Uh,
How about this?
Mhm.
What are you doing tonight?
I mean,
Fuck it, dude. I'll go make a coffee.
Yeah?
I'm
Wanna
free.
start this shit?
I'm free. If everyone's down, I'm down.
I'm-
We have to-
going.
We have to level up though and get all the macros
Hey.
updated though.
That's
Well, I
fine,
can
dude.
I can do
Yeah,
it.
let's do
Call me Mr. Macro, dude. I'm fucking.
Sci-Fry is the guy that makes tokens. All I would request is, let's see, I can make this boss fight and have it prepared in 15 minutes.
Joe Cat, are you
Yeah.
good? Would you be okay doing it later? I don't want to get excited and then you'd be like, I cannot do tonight.
I mean, even if we can knock off like an hour and a bit.
Yeah, if
maybe
it's
it'll
like
help
an
track.
hour and a bit, I think I can do that.
Yeah, there's I really am sorry. There's just been some severe life
No,
changes that
no,
have happened
no,
recently,
no,
so
no.
I need this week. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
really am
all good.
sorry.
You do you, Brett.
Yeah,
Um,
I this was not. a clean thing.
This is very bad for me though because I literally have my D&D game tomorrow and I have to be actually prepped
Ah,
for it.
well
So I'm
then.
just like, a part of me is like, I would like to say yes, and I'm like, I could, but I basically would be pulling almost an all-nighter.
I don't want to sacrifice another person's D&D game.
Could do that, but it would be pretty rough for me. And also, I've been fighting something. I don't want to make excuses, but at the same time,
No.
You got
like-
your vaccine yesterday, Eric.
I got my
would
vaccine
much-
Friday, and I've been sick for 3 days.
I would
like,
much
just
rather
COVID.
everybody be at their absolute best when they do this. So it looks like we're going to have to knock the timeline out of sync. That's okay. I can do that. Your time slot, I believe, is going to be accounted for, though. So we will have to play on a different series of days because the plan in my stream setup was that when the Pride of the Nightwolf was done, that your time slot would be taken over by another group when you rotate it out. I will make
good
what
news
adjustments
is-
I can around that.
We could go long. Could we go long on the 15th?
Well,
Monty's
ideally,
games are Wednesdays
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
yeah.
unfortunately.
Ideally, when Brett gets, when do you get back, Brett?
I get back.
Yeah.
So next week I'll be back by the following Saturday. I'll have my own D&D game then, but
So the 12th.
I'll be available on Sundays. I'll be available. I don't think I do. I have a. Sorry, my brain died. I'll be completely open that following Monday. That time. 'cause I
Monday.
know a lot
Okay.
of you guys were saying
So
Monday.
that
was good.
Monday, I won't have any more games because they'll have rotated out.
Yeah.
So what I can do is on Monday I can run a big boy session and we can just finish out the rest of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monday the
everyone-
14th.
I can
Works
do
for
that.
me.
14th of
that.
Monday.
Everybody good on that? I can do a large
Yeah.
lad session, probably like
Knock
6
it out.
hours or so.
The 12th then we're doing.
The
the
14th.
The
14th.
14th.
That's a Wednesday.
No, it's
No,
not.
No, it's not.
No, that's not.
14th is
Oh,
a Monday.
Brad, sorry, wrong month. I'm looking at July.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry, the 7th of Monday.
The 14th.
No,
No, no,
14th.
no.
Oh, the 14th. The 14th of Monday. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's the
And
big.
we'll
the
have a
big
big boy
palooza.
6-hour session.
Yeah, the big boy
Okay.
session.
Do you
we'll
want to
finish
do?
this out.
Do you want to do like knock it all out, big finale?
That's what I was
huge
thinking about. I'll
session?
just knock it all out at once because I'll be open
I'm
that
down.
day.
Okay.
I'm down if
I'm
everyone's
down.
down.
All right.
Yeah,
In that
absolutely.
case,
That works for me.
on the 14th, we will finish up Pride of the Nightwolf. Just so everybody is aware, I will need, since I have to keep this somewhat in sync, this is where things are going to get a tad awkward. I might have to delay the Divine Wind start, which means I'd have to delay the Ulticata's Curse start too.
By 1 week. Yeah.
But I'm already probably going to have to do that anyway, and I was going to talk to the girls about that. So 1 week of delay is
Now you
fine.
can blame me about it, so you're good.
No, it's not like that. It's
Yeah.
I want to make sure that the timeline doesn't get omega fucked up because should you lose in the fight and be defeated and die, then if I rolled you for Divine Wind, then it's like, well, now I'm
Awkward.
this is awkward. So
Taco.
Lich.
I want to make sure that everything's
when are you
together.
rolling?
I plan on doing a big event for that, so I'm probably going to roll.
Arcadum, we won't lose.
Yeah, we won't lose.
Okay.
We won't
Okay.
lose.
Just get good.
Okay, counter argument. We have a Sunder. So
We do have a
With
Sunder.
with the Nightwolf sword.
You have a
That is-
Sunder and you have temporary hit points every fucking turn.
So I'm gonna shoot. I'm probably. You know what? Since you're gonna be the last prologue group, since you're going on the 14th, what I'm probably going to do is that on that Tuesday, so on the 15th of June, I'll be rolling for the Divine Wind.
Cool.
Okay.
So
That could work.
Epic.
Are you doing that all on stream?
yeah, oh yeah, I'm going to do it on stream. It's going to be
Oh,
a big
sick.
event. So
I'm excited to see it.
big.
Sorry,
big
I
event.
was born. I really wish that Friday
No,
was
it's okay.
open.
Hey,
but-
sorry, I'm gonna be gone for an entire.
No,
week.
it's fine. It's fine. These things happen. It's okay. I plan around it.
These things,
These things
birth,
happen. People
life.
do tend to be bored.
By the way, if you guys are in for the big campaign, post in our chat.
I'm in.
Because
Yeah.
I don't want to get my hopes up, man. I don't want to get my hopes up if I don't
Yeah.
already like.
I mean,
two or
take
I
three.
your
hope
time,
they're
consider
already-
it carefully. I know it's a big time commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, think about it. All right. But for
Let the
now,
boss go about it.
everybody go ahead and get leveled up. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
if
that
you
good
guys
stuff.
need any macros,
Can I-
ping me.
Does anybody have a gilded acorn that I could get potentially for one spell?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
wait,
sure,
hang on.
sure.
Gilded acorn.
Let me
Holy
first of
goodness.
all
I'll second the
save.
question, I'll do
Hang on, before you close the
I
campaign
need a
Arcadum,
nut.
let me save everybody's tokens
No.
so that I can make macros for you throughout the week.
There you go. So
Thank
yeah,
you, boss.
when you finish leveling, just tell Sci-Fi what your choices were, and
Yeah,
then
if
he
you
can
have
update
any
your tokens
macros you
for
need made, let me know.
Can I sell
Okey-dokey.
anything to get 200 gold? I have 30
If you need a
gold,
gilded
though.
acorn, the village can provide that.
Okay, hell yeah. Awesome. One gilded acorn,
Nice.
please.
My boy Opa out here gilding acorns. the night
Thanks,
before the
Opa.
fight.
Imagine, I need you to gild an acorn. You mean a seed? Yes. Oh, okay, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right,
It's
it takes
golden
brand.
nut, I guess. Just fucking.
All right. Then before the fight starts, I'm gonna want to perform a weird ceremony thing of my
Yeah.
own before the fight.
Well, you got
starts.
24
I'm assuming
hours.
we'll have some,
You have 24 hours to
some-
prepare, so you will enter that fight with every long-term buff that you can conjure.
Okay.
Yeah, we got pre-fight
'Cause you will
RP.
need it.
I don't want to spoil what I'm doing. It's nothing bad. It's nothing like I'm gonna metagame crap or like
Yeah.
mid-max anything. It's lore fun, I think, which would be very, very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Red, what if we die to Simon? I cry. Just don't die.
Just don't die.
Tee-hee.
Just win.
In the words of Gordon Freeman, how hard is it to not just die?
Bro, just don't die. Anyway, sounds good. That will conclude tonight's session.
Right, let's roll our HP.
Thank you, Arcadum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we should do that. And also fan art. Wow.
How do you?
Is it? What is it? It's brackets roll.
Yeah.
D8 R5 for D8s, D10 R6 for D10s.
I'm gonna get a
Sick.
perfect roll.
And number 6.
God, where's my
I'm back.
All right,
And
I'll
then,
update Joe Cat.
And then don't
I
forget
messed up.
to
Oh, he has no cone.
don't forget to add your con modifier.
Haha, what con modifier?
monk?
Fool, I was doing other kinds of push-ups.
I just won't get hit.
Just
Easy.
Don't get hit. Don't die.
I mean, you know what? That also works.
It's like Dark Souls speed run. You don't need any vitality if you don't plan on getting hit.
Exactly.
7 more
I
hit
got
points
so
for
I got
me.
11 more HP.
Thank
Nice
God I
roll.
have extra attack.
Yeah, 3 of us get it.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, but
God,
I'm.
yeah.
wait,
Well,
no, did you
actually, I
look
know
at it
I
as
will
well?
be using it now that I have the
Nice.
Nightwolf sword.
7 more hit points for me, baby.
Yeah, I think I also get
Six.
extra attack. That's
Yep.
pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
think so. Yeah, 4 of us. Damn.
Ba, 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 ba,
My
ba.
HP is now 50.
God,
I'm
the
gonna
captain
get
fight's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
so
get a
fucking
thing of
sick,
splint
dude.
mail from Opa, so that my
Brett, you
AC
rolled
is
wrong.
higher.
D8 R5, big guy.
Okay, I just took the 5. Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Because the roll
Okay.
is supposed to be taking the 5 is actually lowers your chances of getting a better roll. So
Oh,
I
gotcha.
rolled.
Okay.
I rolled a 9 plus 1 con. I have extra 10 HP.
why that's
Nice.
46 hit points.
Actually, it should be 45. Because the last time it was calculated wrong. Because I have it as 35 for the previous.
You
level,
got it,
so,
champion.
Yeah.
Well, now you have 75 hit points. Tee-hee.
Am I rolling correctly? I
Yeah,
I
that's
think I've
good.
been rolling.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome.
So I should only have 7.
See, you've got
extra.
So,
plus 2
1
can.
extra hit point. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Thank you, good sir.
So that's 8.
So my AC is now 17.
46.
Clap.
Nice.
Just want to make sure I get my second
So
level
how do I
spells.
add my HP to it then? I'm looking at.
Oh, I already
The
did that.
properties.
I already did
Oh,
it for
did you? Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, 53. Yeah, boy.
Yo, I'm ready to destroy
I'm still
some
the healthiest of the
undead.
group. I love it.
Very big health pools. Feels good, man. Everybody's got some con.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. My AC is up because I now have
Nice.
Splinter.
That really dinners
Third
my
level
rolls.
spells, baby.
Always exciting.
Wait, does
Yeah,
it
does
fit?
Eldritch Knight get a higher level spell?
Oh, it doesn't. That okay? That makes sense then.
No,
Oh,
just get another first one.
All right, let me see what kind of spells this baby boy's got now that I've learned level 3 spells.
there's some
Also
tasty spells
check
in there.
if,
There's some summons in there. They could be pretty good.
That's
Lion
kind of
Fighter gets
taking.
anything at level 5.
I'm probably gonna maintain bless for concentration. That's my only problem with the summon.
That's fair.
Okay, no, it's
yeah.
just extra attack.
Counter spell. Ooh, that's tempting. Am I the only one here who can get counter spell?
Yes, I don't get it.
Shit, I think I should probably try and be.
Counterspell. Counterspell. Go fuck yourself. Mage spell. Do 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 do. Da 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 do do do.
No, do I have 4 now? How many slots do I have?
I'm gonna
Magic be
cast a
gone.
spell just to counter spell my own spell.
Cast a spell. Eat my ass. Here it comes. Counterspell. But
Here
up.
comes a counter spell.
That's a very tired DM who's tired of counterspell. Counterspell.
I love
Eat my
counterspell.
ass.
I think it's fun.
No, I love counterspell, dude. I'm going to cast a spell. Ha ha! Negative. Fucking kicks in mouth.
My favorite spell right now is banishment because everyone's level 8 and they're just like, DM, I bet you weren't expecting this. Behold, my ultimate. I'm like, banishment. Just get it off.
Be gone.
Let's
My
just
favorite
get
thing
it
is-
done.
Cut to you, the DM who was expecting this.
Yeah, banishment. Just let's move this along, please.
My favorite thing was the party was traveling with like a level like 4 or 5 wizard who had counterspell, whatever level you get it at. And like they were really low level and were like the total goody two shoes and had to like break into stuff with the party because there was this whole like coup going on. And they ended up discovering an Arcanoloth, and the Arcanoloth used Finger of Death on the wizard, and I had her roll off to see if she would survive with the counterspell because she was a war mage, right? She was an anti-mage. And she rolled a natural 18 and survived, and the Arcanoloth like freaked out. It was great. It was so like, and the party was like, oh, because if she died, she would have come back as a zombie and fought against them, which is what I wanted to happen. But she rolled really, really well, so it was a really great moment.
My
Guys-
damage is gonna be insane.
Guys, what if I create
Jesus.
a magical circle before the battle begins so that there is disadvantage? Anyone who attacks you has to succeed on a charisma saving throw or... Wait, hold on. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Ooh. I don't even think that's a DC. I think it just
Is
checks
it-
what it is.
Is it indiscriminate though, or is it for like creatures you dictate, or is it all creatures within
You
the
create
circle?
10-foot radius, 20-foot cylinder of magical energy centered on a point that ground that you see. Glowing runes appear. Choose one or more of the following types of creatures: celestials. Oh yeah, no, I'd have to literally say humanoid. Oh no, it doesn't matter anyways. Never mind. Ignore me. I got excited about a spell that will have literally no help. Haha, lol. Ooh, but wait.
Lol, said the scorpion.
Lol.
Lamau.
The bow.
Oh,
LOL, said Ganondorf. Lamau.
Hey, how much? Hey, how much gold do we have, guys? Between us, I can
I've
make.
got 10.
All right. Well, Glyph of Warding's out, so at this point. Oh boy. Funny enough, my third level's not super impressive.
If only we had looked for greater value.
No, Brett. Aura Vitality. That's some good
Concentration.
shit.
Healing energy
Yeah.
radiates from you in an aura until the spell ends. There are moves with you centered on you. You can use a bonus action. You know what?
Mixed in with
I
your temp HP thing, you'd be giving out 2d6 on your
Yeah.
turn every turn.
I'd be
plus the
healing
temp.
and then that. Yeah. Well, so the question for the party is: do you want bless or do you want more healing?
Well, they both achieve the same thing, don't they? Like, because well, actually, no. Never mind. I'm thinking of your temp HP thing. My bad.
Yeah. The temp HP. No, I'll be able to do both of them at the same time. It's at the end, and then I can use bonus action to heal.
I
so.
personally like bless better because it
Especially with the
assists
fast
with
mechanics.
more things. Like it assists with attacks, ability checks, saving throws, all that nonsense.
I just got new portrait art for
Whereas
my token.
healing just keeps us alive longer, so that's like one thing. Whereas like Bless, I think, is more active in its assistance.
Or I
Personally.
can or I can life transfer.
See, the thing about Bless
dead grandpa.
is it's
Yes.
fucking improperly placed. It's a level 1 spell that outclasses
Everything.
level 2, 3, and 4 spells.
It's really good.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
if you're a
Same with
cleric,
Bane.
the really only competitor for Bless that you have for your concentration slot is like maybe Spirit Guardians.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, Spirit Guardians.
Because
is
Spirit
fantastic.
Guardians is just like, no. I'm killing everyone with reliable damage that doesn't go anywhere. You
It
nerds
is still a
shall
swing at
concentration
them.
spell, so you
Indestructible.
still have to maintain it though. Like
I mean, yeah, that's true of any of them, but I mean, it's like competitively
But you're
speaking,
still
like,
fucking dealing damage.
like,
exactly.
like Spirit
Yeah.
Guardians is Jesus Christ.
I create
Oh,
a
dude.
circle of doom.
I like how
I
they
could get
gave
Bane.
clerics just big damage spells. Like it's so wild.
clerics they made clerics spicy in this
Dude,
edition.
Guiding
that's for
Bolt,
sure.
it's like, bro, do
Yeah,
you want to
Guiding Bolt's
cast
insane.
Burning Hands or Guiding Bolt? I mean,
My favorite thing joke had is the
Oh,
one joke you had for
Guiding
inflict
Hand.
wounds, which is does my finger smell bad to you? I love
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that's a good
Nice.
one. That's a good one.
That's
My
really
fingers
good.
smell bad to
Inflict
you.
wounds is insane. I've got that on my my Hexblade now. Because I can crit a 19,
Actually-
it's very tasty.
Actually, you know what I might
One
do?
day
I might
I'll play
pull
it in a game.
I'll play Joe Fudge. I might
Cut
do a
off
Joe
their hands.
Fudge.
I do
a
Joe Fudge.
and do a Leomund's tiny hut.
Ooh. Leomund's tiny hut for when
In
it's
Brett's
time to
campaign,
camp and you're not.
I literally, we did that in Brent's campaign
Right.
against the big boss. I
Yep.
stayed in the hut,
It
and
worked
just every
very
time people
effectively.
came in, I just protected them. It was
Yep.
a great time.
Yep, it
It
was
was
a good
perfectly
move.
safe.
I might just put that hut up and be like, 1 moment, please.
Oh shit!
It was big hut.
Our proficiency bonus went up, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Very good.
That means my plus hit is
Even plus
7.
here.
My
Look,
plus to
my
hit
save,
has
my saves
evolved.
suck. So as far as like a 13, like it's nothing really
Well,
impressive.
I guess while you guys are kind of leveling, I'll just throw up the fan art.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, fan art.
I can
Hello.
level. I can.
Hey, Monty.
Hello?
Your Discord.
Hello, hi Monty.
Hi.
Monty.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I don't know what's
Okay.
up with your Discord.
I have no idea. It's biased. I was gonna say like I just imagine Rin making Lehman's tiny hut before the fight, and the boss shows up and he's like, "What is this?" And then Rin just sticks out his hand and goes, "It's free real estate," and then just the fight starts. It'd be great.
Hello.
I love the moon.
I love the moon. So good.
All right, sorry, I'm back. I guess.
Hey,
I
Rin,
don't know,
check
we're
out how
looking
hard
at
I can
him.
burning hands.
Shit, that's so good.
That will hurt me.
Oh my god. Oh, that got me. Holy shit, that's so good. Shit, dude.
I
Trying
love
to
the
find- Oh, there it is.
I loved him. I just
I love
Rid.
the moon.
I love the fan art, but it's always Rid just being like, and I'm here too. I'm the old rat.
I think do we miss?
Oh, Sunder shaming. No.
No, we're like 3 down
3 down from where? I'm a little
from the
lost.
pin. Look at the pin messages and stream fan art, or you could look at Arcadum stream.
Can't believe you
Oh,
guys
okay,
are
there we
shaming
go.
Sunder.
Found it. Sorry.
That's Rin's job. Come on, buddy.
Look at that. Nice thunder.
Ooh, that glowing
That one's
effect.
really cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Beware the
monkey.
old man in a profession where men die young. That's true.
That's a
That's fair.
fucking big truth over there.
Krungo, my lord.
Krungo, enable Krungo.
What's
Power
Krungo?
grows. It's the new wave, the new BTTV most
It's
swarm
the
in
new
nation.
fad. I've only had Richard for a day and a half, but if anything happened, I will violent death everyone in this room and then myself. No one must ever know.
I'm seriously bummed.
Take his life, make them cry. Sci-Fry, Shrine of Sid group triggering a star meta campaign. Oh, that was good. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands at the river to give us more fog cover. We already have fog cover. We're in the mist. Well, how about mist squared?
Oh shit.
pride of the Night Krungo. No, no.
What did they edited
Oh,
our
God.
names?
Brett Krungomus, Monty Glungo,
Nice.
Krungudge,
Nice.
Krungo go.
No, I like Scrungo Fry.
Krungo Fry.
Go cat.
Go cat.
I mean, kind of phoned it in at the end, guys, but everything
Yeah.
else was
All right, so
perfect.
apparently we have like
Ooh,
like
mosaics.
Van Gogh mosaic. We have Haruko.
I like these.
we getting artsy.
We got Hex.
Very clever.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
we got Tori.
Look at me. I'm Picasso.
Yeah. Got some Rin here.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
A little sci-fi.
These
Very
make like
smart.
cool like
Oh, they made one of
keychains.
you.
They did make one of me. Of course,
Aw,
it's the
look
one
at
that
that little
doesn't
guy.
load. There it is. Aren't you tired of being nice, Tori? Don't you just
Oh,
want
I
to
love
go
Technics art.
ape shit?
Yeah, I love Technics art a
Yeah.
lot.
Aren't you tired
really
of
good.
being nice?
I'd like to go ape shit, me lord.
I like the arrows in the hand, just holding them like that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, we've got the guy who does distortions of other people. It's very.
Shit is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy.
I love the one where it's just the rat, like a cosmos.
Yeah, I love you, Brett, but I'm not touching Magic Fire's art. That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Guys, we need to get to the star map to get to season 2. LOL, said the frog. Lamau.
They did.
Yeah, they got this other group found a like a artifact in like a mega dungeon that had
Oh, we
some
know the
interplanetary
troublemakers. We know the fucking troublemakers.
Yeah. Good old
Banana,
tomato
Kraken,
gaming.
And fucking Gmod.
Ah.
We know.
Hornet-
no surprise
Hornet
here.
Tori.
Yay! Yeah, that's really
Yay.
cute.
Yeah, we were saying that earlier on that
Cute.
she looked like
Hey,
Yeah.
Hex, what do you want to eat?
Super Holland.
The souls of the innocent. A bagel. No, 2 bagels.
Amazing.
I love it so much.
so good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're possessed by a fucking demon
Nice.
sword.
Yeah.
That's a nice story.
Little Tori there.
Somebody, the same guy does the distortion colors, did his version of what he thought the violet might look like. Very cool.
7-pointed star in the middle.
Pog, pog. Seven.
That's a fidget spinner.
Chat, that's what you
It's a
sound like, chat.
fidget spinner.
Yes, the 7-pointed fidget spinner.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Greetings, traveler. Oh no.
Oh, Richard.
Did you get Krongo enabled, Sci-Fi? Yes, I did. What did it cost you, my boy?
My boy.
Aw. I only knew him for 2 sessions, but he was my favorite character.
I'm just gonna help the villagers out. Blush, looting. Hey, what are you doing, Hex? Oh yeah, this is yeah.
Jojo walking at each other.
You're gonna want your sword back, right?
Right?
Like, unless.
Oh man, this is really good, Sanji.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
on
that is really cool.
art.
I like the pouty
Are they
lips.
half brothers, by the way?
Yeah, because one
I
of
was
them's not a
I
good-
was wondering if somebody would
Yeah.
ask that. Yes, they are. They are half brothers.
Interesting.
Mhm.
They have different
Yeah, they-
mothers.
There you go, Joe. Bonus roll for the 85 session campaign. You unlock the new story arc.
The lore drop.
Did it.
The Lord Drive.
Somebody apparently made Richard as a character and are playing them.
Oh, buddy.
Ah.
Aw.
Now you can't. You gotta kill him. Sorry, that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
they got it
you're
down.
already dead.
Literally 5 DMs telling you
Spoilers,
right
but-
now that
Yeah.
you're
Damn,
to
that
stop.
talk wasn't.
No, he's like Leomon. He dies in every place he shows up.
Oh, lemon drop and lime drop. Yeah, that RP back and forth between those two was great to watch.
I try to make those bits limited,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want to.
it literally is just you talking to yourself. You're
Look,
like, this,
I
you're a
will
little
tell you,
silly.
people,
Yeah.
people say they love it, but I always feel awkward that as I'm because the players
Yeah.
are here to play. But sometimes, the craziest one was in 7 years and 7 days. I had the most I ever did was for 4 hours straight. I had 17 NPCs talking to each other in a court. And I was just, that's all I did.
Jeez.
And I kept checking with players. If you guys want to say anything, you can. No, dude, go ahead. It's great. And they're like making popcorn and watching. Like they were really into it. So.
like a
Awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's all they were talking
Yeah,
about. So.
I didn't really like it so much, but that's just probably a personal preference thing. Oh my god.
I love Hex I love that Hex
Oh my
is just
God.
canon. Like you're a pineapple.
What is
like
this,
this
man?
is you're a fucking pineapple now.
I just
I
maybe
seem
you're
to
the
have missed
secret,
that canon.
you're the secret third brother in the fruit family that is lime drop and lemon drop.
No.
or
Pineapple drop.
All my homies hate the eclipse.
True.
Dude, I can't believe me and Hex were about to be like, let's just give him to the Eclipse. It'd probably be better off in the long.
Angry, happy, sad, sleepy, confused, tearful, frustrated, excited, proud.
I love how Angie is the only one that's
Yeah.
different.
And now you meet Mrs. Angry Eyes.
Oh, this next one's amazing.
God, I want this.
So guess we wanted this sword back.
I like how detailed the night
Yeah, I know.
It looks like fucking
The
Geralt
Nightwolf
with
is
the,
like
the Milky Bar
absolute
kid.
super
Gremlin.
detailed that I'm a fucking gremlin.
Ooh, I suppose you want your sword back.
That's the canon Sunder from now on. He's the heir. He's the divine win the entire time.
Is this a shovel?
Oh, it's is this a pigeon meme?
Yeah.
Good.
That's good.
Killing a giant fog monster that threatened the whole village. Digging a hole. Okay.
Hey man, digging hole RP got real for a second.
That's a nice man. Hero Forge is awesome. They can do all
Yeah,
this
what
shit.
the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah,
They
Wait,
can
how
get
did
better
they
and
do with the
better.
eye?
How did they do that in Hero? I didn't know you could like half color the face.
Somebody's
didn't know
really
that.
good at Hero Forge.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
That's really clever.
Incredible.
What a magnificent creature. I've never seen something like it.
Truly, wonders never cease.
Thunder looking kind of sus right now.
Oh,
Nice.
god damn it.
A group of narwhals is called a blessing.
Is that true? I actually don't know if that's
I-
true.
Maybe.
I thought it
That
was.
a pod.
I thought it was. It might be.
Oh, it is called a blessing. I didn't know that.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's actually really great.
I like how like for birds, it's really funny for me because it's like a group of ravens is called an unkindness. A group of crows is called a murder.
Goddamn birds.
Things are getting worse.
I think my favorite is like a group of ferrets. I think is called a business.
A
I think is
business
what
of
it
ferrets?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ooh, very cool. Thank you.
I like that one a lot.
Mhm.
Oh man, so
Oh,
grizzled.
wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
This caption
Like
is
chilled back.
Haruko clenches his fist.
It's the fucking Arthur
Yeah.
meme.
Get the leather stretching noise.
Yo, we boofing in here? Oh my god, no. Innocent people, lime drop with the eclipse. Why does my brother hate me?
What could possibly be the reason?
Oh my
Oh,
Oh my god.
God. Oh, my mama, mama, mama,
As requested last session.
Big lady, big lady.
God damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
Thank you.
that's so
Those
good.
That's
eyes.
really cool.
Somebody made a whole comic? Hold on.
No way.
Oh,
What the
geez.
That's
fuck?
a comic of the whole session, is what they said.
What?
how do you have the speed?
God, I'm gonna have to go through these later and get more detailed. It's so vertical.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm scrolling right now. That's
Hatred
awesome.
ended with lemon drop. Now lime drop is worse, boy.
Amazing.
I love that meme. It's so good.
Oh shit, that one's sick.
Ooh,
That's
Cool.
so good.
so cool.
Yes.
Good perspective.
I like the droopy lava stuff coming out of your fingers, your Yozai fingers.
The legend will always live on in our hearts, is what the
They made
caption
Richard
says.
in Hero Forge.
Hey.
Aw.
Pride of Krungo. Okay.
Oh my god. Yes! Our influence grows.
Very good. Very
Oh
good.
my god, the eyes are so good.
Oh wow, look at that.
Holy shit. Judo Ari. Oh my god. I'm
Damn, Sunder.
so fucking hot, dude. Oh my god. I might have to
This is-
crop that for a token art.
Yeah, this is the Sunder gotcha.
Yeah,
card.
that's the rare,
Oh,
the
man.
super rare.
Oh,
no,
young
So
Haruko.
sweet.
it could have been me.
That's so sweet.
Grass.
That was really intense. Oh, not 3D
Oh,
generated
Oh, that's really
mask.
cool.
Ooh.
3D.
People who can do 3D stuff are just like insane.
What is a shovel? It's kind of like a digging tool. No, not quite. Like mole claws. Hey, I got a shovel. Here, I'll help you with that. Oh, I see. How do we use this?
We both rolled a 2.
Yeah, we both rolled terribly, which just makes it funnier because you know what a shovel is. You have no excuse.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that art, Wizzy.
Looks like a song was made. Loving the inter-party conflicts this episode. Made this last week. Misty eyes and a night wolf's glare
Ooh.
is what this is called.
Slapping that on the background.
Yeah, slap that on.
Pretty good.
One might say poggers.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that traditional art.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Shot.
Just drinking my lord juice.
Nice.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. Inter-party conflict so juicy.
Oh my god.
Samurai versus samurai.
Oh, my god.
Oh my,
art.
oh my god.
He's
That's
adorable.
cute.
I would invite you to
so
Space
cute.
Jam, dude.
Lola Bunny's long lost cousin.
Oh my fucking
The Yakuza
I don't know where
Yeah,
this is from. I will show up for only a few seconds.
Thank you, Shahalem, for Yakuza Tori. I appreciate it.
Next one.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Ooh,
really
JJ.
cool.
Oh,
I like
wow,
that their
is really
changeling
cool.
form kind of looks like a traditional Chinese mask as well.
Yeah. I love the idea of like ink kind of like remaining on their face from the colors they change into.
Oh my goodness. Last but definitely not least,
Ooh, pixel art Arcadum.
they made me.
Very cool.
Yay.
Very cool.
Oh.
Pages going over
That's
the,
very
the
cool.
book.
Yeah, that's super cool.
House husband.
What about you? Yours is so chubby. That's a real beast
Cool
of a
if I
dog
pet-
you got there. Cool if I pet you.
Pet yours.
God, that manga is so good, and the anime is atrocious. Ugh.
Well, they apparently advertised it in Japan as not an anime, but as like a animated like manga. Whereas in America they didn't do that, which is why people got
I
really
love this
upset,
meme
apparently.
format so much. They don't know.
They don't know I'm a changeling.
I like to imagine like Tori's like, Hex, what the fuck are you doing? Because the pose is so strange. I love the face.
Ooh.
Bup,
Wait,
bup.
was there a Krungo in the
More
corner?
from Frost Flame.
Damn,
Bup, ba, da,
that's
ba,
cool.
da, bup, bup.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yakuza Boss story.
Oh my god.
The Steve Buscemi bird.
My Steve Buscemi bird.
Did
Oh,
you say
wow.
Steve Buscemi?
I
No,
think it's
it's,
Steve Buscemi. It's Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot.
You
what-
know,
Yeah, it's
I'm a
nice.
bird. Maybe I deliver a
Oh,
message.
dude,
I'm a bird.
that Art of the Engorged.
Oh,
one
that's
was sick.
cool. That's
Wow,
super,
that is
super
cool.
Hello, I don't have eyes.
You're making like
Oh, God.
you're making like the W face, you know the.
Oh, the worms.
They made worms of all of us. There's
Oh
me,
my god, my worm Sona.
Haruko. There's Hex.
Oh, he looks like
Aw.
Gojo from Shaolin Showdown.
There's Rin.
Oh my
Stories,
god!
dude. Got
Dude,
worm
I look like a
animals.
snub-nosed monkey. It's great.
Ooh,
That's so good.
Sunder's a.
I got a
monster,
fiery
monster.
war. Yeah.
Dame dane.
Catch me in the
Dame-o.
lava zone.
Dame-o.
Yes, more Yakuza memes.
Hello. Becoming the truck campaign.
That is a nice story. I like that.
Ooh,
That's
that's so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's another good Tory.
My boy.
Oh shit!
My boy.
I want
That's
50 of them.
that.
Yep. Give me that.
Turn him
Give me
into
that
a
emote.
marketable plushie.
Give me that emote. Yeah.
The
Cat,
emote.
Pat rat. Pat rat. Pat rat.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, that watercolor.
Very good.
It's very pretty. God.
So is the Violet like a bad guy? Is that what's
Is there, like, what's the story there?
what's going on with the Violet? Is that like a bad thing?
The story with the shovel.
I'm not emotionally satisfied with this.
Fuck on her.
Fuck on her. What?
There's a comma in there. Chat room.
He only cares about children that are
Oh my
aged 11 to
God.
14.
I am
Holy
offended
shit.
now. Oh no.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
god.
Is that what happened? No.
Did we
Well,
level?
if it did, it happened a long time ago, right?
Did
Well,
we
we don't know.
Dude, what if it happened mid-campaign?
I
All
was
I'm
just
saying.
asking because you know it's just a question.
True.
Man, I can't believe you became one of those players.
No, come on. I was just
Sorry,
like,
I had to
because
talk about
at the
it.
moment it was like,
sorry.
I was like,
I'm
the moment
sorry.
like we have 3 sessions left. I'm like, well, at the beginning we're supposed to get to level 6. I'm like, do we are we supposed to level?
baby.
Like,
Haruko,
what's the
Haruko,
story?
do you know that rabbits poop over 100 times a day? Or why are you looking at me like that? I wanted to ask.
They actually, rabbits actually eat their own poop at night as well. Apparently, that
What
I
the
heard.
fuck?
but-
Cool.
It's what?
Same.
Oh
Living-
yeah.
Listen, living on the streets was really hard for
Oh,
Haruko.
that's
Oh
so
my
sick.
Oh
god,
my
dude.
God.
Ooh.
Look, I was
That's
so
so sick.
pissed. Your kneecaps are mine, motherfucker. No escape.
Now I got that stuck in my head.
Ooh. I like that like almost like charcoal looking art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this looks
In
great.
fact, she has a piece of charcoal that she uses to write
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, and a pen. I use both.
What do you mean you offended the Syndicate? Do you have any idea what you've done? I didn't know. I didn't think you'd hear me comment on his weird baby. Oh no, he's here. Nobody messes with my grandson.
It's a glass of water.
Send him a message, man.
It's about sending a message.
That's so good.
We have asunder.
I do a lot of damage.
Oh shit! Briganaut did level 20 Haruko!
Oh shit,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
so cool.
Ooh, dude, look at that red, dude.
I love
Oh
the
my
knee
God.
pads. They're so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they're so. Oh, I love all the ninja shit he's got.
Yeah. So
Uh-oh.
many
yeah.
details.
Yakuza Rin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy,
God.
I'm down.
Okay,
I'm ready
if
to
we-
go.
If we make main campaign, we gotta all change our outfits to go full Yakuza.
I mean, first let's see what everyone's wearing first before we're all like in fucking
Let's see if we
Yakuza.
live. Let's see if
This
we
is
live.
my,
That's
my
the
new
priority right now.
portrait art that Lucas.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome. Looks so good.
Yeah.
Hey, that's sick, dude.
It's because I'm getting the armor from Opa for the
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Come with me if you want to live, elderly children.
Oh no, it's the suit from Akira.
Call me the macro guy. I suppose you want the sword, Peepo Shy. Do you want the sword?
Oh, maybe I could keep the sword, I guess.
Ooh, the beginnings.
Ooh,
Ooh.
the very first lines of what is sure to be Pog artwork.
That looks pretty good.
Psychedelic hex. Oh, bro.
Damn, that's us when we're taking the drugs.
when we drink some black silver.
Bro, this shit is so good. Oh, somebody drew Pride of the Nightwolf.
Oh,
The name
perfect.
drop. Right as the last piece of art.
Big clap.
Yeah,
clap,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big
Oh, he
clap.
said it. He said it. He said the line. He said the line. Roll the credits.